Not this hair. Hi, can somebody just let me know that you can hear me? If anybody will just say, yeah, I can hear you, as I fix my hair. Can anybody hear me? Am I talking to myself? Please don't tell me I'm talking to myself. Can you hear me? Can somebody just write in the comments that you can hear me? It's always funny how the people that don't want me to know that they're here will not write in comment section. Yay! How are you? I got some new glasses, so I'm not sure what I think about them. But I wanted to come on here because I said yesterday that I would come on and do a live. So yeah, I'm here. And I also heard from my friend, and they are safely stationed in their next place. So that is good. I cannot complain. I made myself a hamburger earlier. So I've been craving a hamburger for probably, I don't know. I always talk like I starve myself, and I really don't starve myself, but I've been craving a hamburger. And today I made the best hamburger ever. So food makes me happy. So I am good. I cannot complain. I just had a presentation for my students, and that went really well. And they asked really good questions, which is always helpful because sometimes you don't know who you're talking to. Yes, I had the best burger. So I like to cook, but I put some bell pepper, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, orange bell pepper, chopped it up really nice, put it mixed in, a little bit of onion, added some smoked paprika, my favorite concoction of seasoning that I make. Some smoked paprika, that concoction, some like mushroom stuff in there, mixed it all together, let it set for a little bit, made it into little patties, put the buns in the toaster, and I fried that sucker up. And then, so instead of French fries, I got little potato things. And because I'm trying to be healthy, I baked the little potato things. But it was so good. And then I put some mustard and ketchup, a little bit of ranch, burger, lettuce, avocado slices. I killed it. I put banana pepper and jalapeno on mine like a week ago, and I've been craving it. Yes. Sometimes I crave that. There's something to me like about a bell pepper mixed with, so the seasoning, I can't think of the seasoning that I use. But it's so good. It just makes everything better. And so I use that, and then I like mix it all up. But what I've learned about cooking, probably the older that I get, is that I cook now for flavor, and I kind of don't measure anything. So I always just say like I measure with love, and I kind of go with what I think. Man, I cooked that hamburger. So I got it out, and I like prepared a hamburger, spent all this time, and it was perfect. And then I had a meeting. So I like went to the meeting, and then after the meeting, I was like, I'm going to make another hamburger. And so I made another one. So I was actually running late because I was eating because I had to have another one. Hey, her moments, how are you? Yeah, eye test is one of them. I always say like, I cook with love. I cook with love, so I measure with love. Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do. It's like somebody's like, oh yeah, put, 2 tablespoons. And I'm like, but I really like this. Why just 2 tablespoons? Why don't I just kind of, smell test it and see what I think? But yeah, I'm just starting this live. Oh my gosh, Tina Cole, I thought about you earlier because I saw the UConn coach come out and say, I don't care how much money they offer me. Like, I'm not leaving UConn. Like, they could offer me $20 million and I wouldn't go. And I thought Tina Cole would be so proud of her coach right now. showing some loyalty, not choosing money to go to another school. Good for him. So anyways, Tina Cole, I thought about you earlier when I saw that. But last time I was live, I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up and talk to me. But last time I was live, I was literally here just like talking, and people like wanted to hear me blab, which is fine. I do want to say this is a whole dress thing. I put it in my profile picture. The problem is it's tearing. It's ripping and it's tearing. And it's too big. So I am going to wear this until I cannot wear it anymore. And then I'm going to throw it away. But the buttons are coming off and it's unraveling. I feel like every time I get on live, like my clothes are like not falling apart. So start a fund for me for clothing that will not fall apart. Just kidding. Can you get in a hospital? It's not. Everything I wear except for some like really expensive shoes I wear and my purses, I get from Amazon. I shop Amazon. That's why my clothes are always falling apart. Amazon. I will spend money on Amazon and I will get like 17 things, and then I will send back 10 of those things and I'll do it all over again. Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of one of those things, like, I'm pretty sure I paid all of $25 maybe for this. And it's like a dress. Well, I have the picture. It's on my little thing, but it's super comfortable. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I can just wear this. Like, I can wear this anywhere. I can dress it up. I can put on heels. I can put on flats. I can wear it around the house. I can just throw it on and do whatever. That's where I get mine because, well, I am a little bougie. I get all of my leggings from Lululemon. Don't judge me. But I hear you. I totally hear you. I think too, one of the things I've learned, well, obviously, I feel like I always say, like, one of the things I've learned, the truth is I'm getting older. And I feel like as I get older, there's things that I used to spend so much time on. Hey, Raheem, how are you, love? I thought about you today also because I was doing a presentation to a couple of leaders and some interesting things came up today. And so I thought about you. But you know what I've learned about, so I do this thing of like, how often do you wear it? So if you're going to wear it a lot, then I feel like you should spend money. So like, I work out every day. So that means every day, I will have to wear, every day I wear a pair of workout pants because I work out every day. Sometimes I wear a pair of workout pants to work out, and then I shower and then change into another pair of leggings. So it's like my leggings will be used every day. So I'm going to spend a lot of money on them. But some of my other stuff, I'm like, I don't really know like how I'm going to use this or whatever. So it's like, it's different. So that's why it's like certain things I will spend money on. And then other things I'm like, can I buy it cheaper? I don't buy cheap shoes though, because I don't want my feet to hurt. But yeah, so that's like my story. I also don't like shopping. So if I can buy it on Amazon and try it on at home, and I've like have a home where I've put like certain mirrors in certain places and focused on lighting and stuff like that. So I'm like, if I can do this, I will. So my meeting earlier, was interesting. It's like a microcosm of life. I think that sometimes yeah, exactly. Good heels, good purse, have to have. I think one of the things that I learned when I was talking today, because I feel like sometimes I come to these work meetings and I'm like, I'm just there to listen, and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to take notes, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to participate. Like, I'm just going to let them, whatever. And then somebody always comes in and says like the most outrageous thing. And I'm like, no one's going to say anything. And so we're all sitting there and we start talking about budgets and stuff like that, which is fine. But then we started, like, somebody else started to try to overtalk somebody else with their budget. And I'm like, why do you feel like you get to overtalk somebody in their budget? Anyways, as it came out, they like had this like whole beef and like this whole like stupid business beef. And I'm just like, these two men are wild, and they're just like having their whole moment, and we're just sitting there, and I'm like, I could be doing so many other things, but yet I'm listening to like these grown ass men go back and forth about their budgets, but really they were arguing about other things. So anyways, just like some things that happen in the world of, like corporate beef is wild. And it reminded me, like, obviously I was listening to Rawhide last night, and I remember how JB like just stopped talking, and he was like, I'm not even engaging with this. And then old man kept going or whatever. But like, it was the most awkward. I felt like I was being reprimanded because it was weird. It was just like this interesting dynamic of grown people arguing about something that really nobody cares about. But really what happened was, like, one of their employees had stole another employee and left that employee shorthanded. So because they left that employee shorthanded, they weren't going to budge on the budget. And so they're like going back and forth. And I'm like, you guys stop. Like, and he was like, well, you didn't care, like, oh, now you care about like time and being a good teammate. I'm like, this is wild. So I'm like, everywhere I show up, I'm hearing men like have these issues about nothing. Yeah. Old man was going through it last night. I know he was going through it. I think the funny thing, no, it's not funny, but the interesting thing about old man is I think he said exactly what the problem was at the very beginning. And it was like, nobody heard him. And because nobody heard him, he like continued to try to explain the story and give details as to why the first thing he said was a fact. And because it was like, it took them a minute to get the first thing. And so he kept having to tell a story. Then they were laughing at the story, but he had already said the thing at the very beginning. So I'm like, this is not going well. But yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, and that's why I had to leave, because I did. I was like, I think I put in the comments, I was like, I feel triggered, I gotta go. Because I've seen that kind of thing happen before, where like, did my button just pop off? I've seen that happen before, where it's like somebody's having a conversation or trying to make a point, and I understand it clearly what's going on, and other people aren't understanding, and I'm just like, I need to bow out of this and just allow this to be what it's going to be. Because it just is what it is. Tina Cole made it worse by going into poor baby mode, knowing the she can't help it though. She can't help it. Like she just, but that's the thing. I feel like that's what happens when you have conversations sometimes. We forget the starting point. We get consumed. And he was clearly feeling a way, and it just didn't quite. He clearly has PTSD from situation to the point where he said, no, I know. And like, I know the interesting thing is, and I would love if somebody on that panel, because I know they're probably listening, or they will eventually listen. I think that, a lot of people that are on that panel that have played professional sports, and not just on that panel, just like in real life, a lot of people that are in professional sports go through exactly what old man was talking about. I've experienced it. I mean, some of my friends, like everything he was saying, I've heard that conversation, and I've heard that before. And so I think that's why for me, I got triggered, because I'm like, I've been in this kind of environment before where I've had to listen to somebody like telling me about their situation, and somebody like that has gone through some of these things. And so that's why for me, I was like, I've got to get out of this, because I understood what he was saying. And I was like, he just needed to let it out. And sometimes you just need to let it out. And that's fine. I respect that. Not everybody is going to interpret or respect it the same way. He's not the first and won't be last. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. And I also think, and I'm going to say this and somebody's going to be like, that's not true. I think that sometimes when women pick up on like when somebody's like having a moment, we tend to just like, in a way, like step aside and allow them the moment. And that was not happening. So I was like, I gotta go. I gotta check out of this. Like mentally, I just gotta check out of this. So. But hey, hopefully he felt better after he got it all out. And hopefully he's like, he feels good. And I don't know. I mean, hopefully. I did want to say, did anybody watch Coach Flea's press conference today? Because I actually watched it. And I have some thoughts if anybody watched it. Because or we want to coddle them. Keep in mind, I don't have the best solution. I just wanted, no, I know, right. Like, I just want to, that's why I'm like, I see this situation. I'm just going to bow out of this situation. Like, I'm just going to let this be what it's going to be. And I'm going to remove myself. And when I remove myself, I have zero expectations. I can go do something else real quick, mind my business, and hopefully come back to a different conversation. Coach Flea, or it wasn't Coach Flea. What the hell? Why did I say Coach Flea? It was Coach Mathis, and he was just talking about his cornerback room. Or sorry, his safeties. What was he talking about? I think he was talking about cornerback. I don't remember what he was talking about. But one thing that stuck out to me is he mentioned Cooper because Cooper has been moved to safety. And he said, I was trying to find it. And he said that Cooper is going to have to take on a lesser role. And I was like, oh no, is he going to transfer? Because he's going to have to take on a lesser role. But I don't know if that's true or if he wanted a lesser role, which I can't see any athlete being like, yes, please, like give me a lesser role. But I just wanted to hear like anybody else's thoughts on that interview and what they heard, because I've been told that the way that I hear things isn't always right, even though every time I say something, there's truth to it, because either somebody confirms it or somebody follows back up and goes, well, maybe. So I was just curious to know, like, if anybody else heard Coach Mathis interview today, because I just want to know somebody else's opinion. And then the other thing is that Cormani McClain is now back with the team. So good for him. I hope he figures it out, and I hope he can do what needs to be done. Hey, Rawhide, how are you? Did you watch the interview, Rawhide? I'm curious to know if he's getting, I don't know if he's getting a lesser role. Did you watch the interview today? Yeah.
Which one are you talking about? I just got in the car.
Oh, okay, with Coach Mathis?
Yeah. I saw it this afternoon.
So did you think that he was saying that Cooper was going to take a lesser role when he was playing, like, so he said he was going to move to safety, or he's moved to safety, and he said that they had a conversation with him about taking on a lesser role. And so he got moved to safety. So in my mind, I'm like, well, what does that mean?
It sounds like in specific downs when they're going to have athletic tight ends or something, because obviously coverage is not like Shiloh or Trevor's strong suit. It sounds like they're going to be rotating specific guys in for situations.
Great. So 12 men on the field?
Yeah, it's from his interview, it sounds like the team is going to be very situational versus like what they said with Kelly.
Yeah, so I did get that. And he was saying, like, Charles Kelly had a scheme, and Charles Kelly took his scheme and brought it to CU, but they didn't have the personnel to run the scheme that Charles Kelly wanted to run. I think we can all agree that they didn't have the personnel to do that. Fine, whatever. But I think and you know what? I also don't trust anything right now. I have a little bit of whatever, but I'm like, so, okay, in this new defense, you're taking players, making them, like, having them play different positions and rotating them in and out based off the scheme that you get. Like, something, I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot going on, and I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I
would be too, because if you got to do all that, it sounds like, to me, when you got to do so much subbing, you're either not confident in who you got, or who you got is not good enough.
Right. So, like, what's going on? That's why I'm just like, it seems like there's a lot of shifting and moving, and it's like, so.
You know what it reminds me of? Like, you like basketball?
Yeah.
So when you got a poor free throw shooter in crunch time, they take them out, then they put them right back in. So
right.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
But like, they do that in basketball because it's basketball.
Exactly.
So
I don't think it's a good look to rotate 3-4 running backs, rotate 5, 6, 7 DBs. Like, at some point you got to have a rhythm on the field, because what if Cooper is sitting out 2 quarters and you say jump in for this play?
I don't know. I don't know. And then you don't have to sub if the other team doesn't sub. So I don't know. What do you think, Goat? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Did you watch the interview?
Yeah, I saw some clips of it. I didn't watch like the entire thing, but I saw the clip about him talking about Kermani. Saw what he said about the Travis playing the slot.
That another thing. I was like, wait. How big is Cooper? We want him to cover tight ends?
Yeah.
How big is he? Am I tripping? Somebody just tell me I'm tripping and I'm overanalyzing and I'll shut up. Am I tripping?
2, 6'3", around that range, but
wait, Cooper?
Not no big dude. Yeah, Omarion Cooper.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I would want him guarding no tight end.
Well, it looked like on the well-off today, it looked like he was getting lit up from every side of the field.
I don't watch those. Are you kidding?
Yeah, they showed him getting beat on like 3 different touchdowns today.
Yeah, by 3 different people.
So, okay, so let me just make sure I can comprehend with my small brain. So what you're telling me is there was a video of a man who transitioned from corner to safety getting cooked that got released. And then on the same day, that man's coach was talking about his lesser role and how excited he is to have him to cover tight ends. But yet there's film of him not covering tight ends.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I was saying last night. It's just a lot of rookie stuff going on. Sometimes less is more. Like, figure out the depth chart and all that later. You're announcing roles and positions in spring ball just to keep people from the portal. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like they're promising things to keep people from transferring.
It's clever. I ain't gonna lie, that's clever.
Yeah. Well,
it's clever, but it also could be at the detriment because it's like you're not getting good reps.
Yeah.
Plus, it's okay to say, hey, you might just be a special teams player. You're gonna get a free education.
Yeah, but nobody's trying to hear that now these days. They ain't trying to hear
that. Yes, they are, because these coaches are so honest. Okay? They tell the truth. Coach Prime tells the truth. He's not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's the realest coach, right?
He's not gonna lie and placate and drag people along for something that's not real.
I have a question. If you had a son, 5-star, are you sending him to Colorado?
No.
Well, like I want if my son said I get to make the choice, no. But if my son came to me and was like, I want to go to Colorado, here are my reasons, I wouldn't stop them. Only because you get to transfer out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
always my thing. Is
Yeah.
like if you want and again, if you want that experience, and every kid is different. Some kids do want the experience and the exposure and they want that. And if you want that, cool. I'm gonna go let you learn that lesson on your own.
My only pushback is your value is its highest only at signing day. Every year after that, it's a little lower. Like if Cormani got in the portal, he wouldn't have as many offers as he did when he was a 5-star cornerback about to be a freshman.
And that is why you get to learn this hard lesson on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, again, and especially if you're a 5-star. So if you're a 5-star, he probably at least will make some type of money going or whatever. It's kind of like I can guide you as much as I can guide you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come to me with your reasons and you're definite, I can tell you no. But if that's your thing, go do that thing. Go do it.
I agree.
But,
I agree.
I mean,
But if it was up to you, what would you say?
no, I mean, gosh. I mean, I'm really trying to think of a good reason.
Yeah. So to me, I think right now, I think the brightest spot on the program has to be their strength and conditioning program.
That's true. That's true. And I think it might depend on what kind of kid you have too, because like I'm looking at this as a grown woman, right? Like, so what I see is, in my personal opinion, what I see is chaos. What I see is a ton of chaos, a ton of marketing, a ton of promises, a ton of we've got this, trust me, just trust me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing. So for me, that's what I see though. But from a child's perspective, I don't know if they can see that yet. So they might say, you know, I don't know. I feel like every child is different, you know, like everybody's looking for something different. Because the other thing is what if it works? There's always that like, what if, you know, like what if it works?
You know why it's difficult for Prime? Because he skipped the line. Because normally when you get a head coach, you hire in people you develop relationships throughout the years that
Yeah.
also has experience.
True.
Because he jumped the line, because you need people you can trust. So
Yeah.
the people he can trust are just as inexperienced as he is. So it kind of creates that kind of chaos. Because if he did like look at Norvell. When Norvell took over Florida State, he was able to bring people he knew through decades of climbing the ranks.
That's true.
So they have a track record of saying we develop these people through the years, where we asking questions like who did Hart develop, who did Mathis develop, because everybody skipped the line. So they are figuring it out in real time, and it just looks messy because it's on camera too.
You're right. The camera makes it look worse, in my opinion. And I think I'm going to be honest here. I think that if we didn't have any access to this team at all, I don't even think we'd be having these conversations. I think these conversations would be similar to the conversations I have with my Texas friends. You know, it would be different. It would be like, yeah, well, we saw that 10-second clip. you know?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, well, he looks great, you know, like, yeah, 6'3", you know, does translate well. Wow, you know, like, because we don't have anything. So we can't, we're not harping on anything. But something about, there's something I just can't quite put my finger on that makes me nervous. And maybe it's because we were 4-8 last year. And I've already said I have trust issues.
But I'll be honest, I do think they will be better.
For sure.
But in the 4-8 could have easily been 7-5, 6-6, had the coaches been on the same page. Because you can see go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you can see within every loss, the coaches were kind of like a discontent. It's like if you're in a household and mom and dad is fighting, Like the kids are gonna be confused as fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody just looked confused once they started losing.
Yeah. No, it's true. My thing is like, and again, I always have opinions based off my experiences. I remember when Mike Tomlin took over coaches of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I remember that too.
And do you remember his clock management was effing terrible?
Yep.
Terrible. The decisions on like fourth down and third down, the play call, like those coaching things, terrible. It was terrible.
He was just a defensive guy.
He was a defensive guy, and he had been, and they had won Super Bowls. Cowher was there, and then so my point is I saw great, and then I saw Tomlin, and I was like, WTF? Like, I'm not going to go in public and bash this black man, but oh my God, like this looks terrible.
I remember that. And
so I feel like for the first couple of years, it was bad. So my problem is this similar? How long does it take?
No. You know the difference? Mike Tomlin was hired by the Rooneys. They're the standard of stability. How many head coaches have the Steelers had in my lifetime?
How many? Yeah, in your lifetime, probably two.
I only know one coach.
Yeah, only two: Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin.
Isn't that wild? Well, okay, what you're saying though is why people don't understand my sports takes. I am used to stability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I am used
to too much chaos for you.
Right. Like
too much chaos.
I am used to stability. I'm used to Mike Tomlin coming to the podium and telling it for real like it is. Like we get beat. Tomlin's coming up and saying, "Yeah, we got beat today. We didn't have it. We didn't do it." And they're like, "What about the running back?" He's like, "Yeah, he couldn't move the ball to save his life." Like I'm used to us, and so that's why I'm like,
another reason why Tomlin get good grace, because I don't know if you noticed this in the interviews. Prime is real combative. Like he won't even let you finish your sentence. He already answering for you. He'll call you out if he think you're a hater if you ask a challenging question. It's almost like the reporters are scared to give pushback or they'll lose access.
But hold on a second. Okay, Raheem, let's go here.
Let's do it.
What do we call that in corporate America? Exactly. That's why I'm nervous.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. And I need somebody to tell me not to be nervous.
I wouldn't be nervous, though, only for the fact the top beginning of the schedule doesn't seem that hard. If they get off to 3 to 4 wins, I think it'll be good. It'll just come down how they handle the success. If they go back into celebrity mode,
they're going to get cooked.
Not celebrity mode.
Man.
If that happens.
You got to think about it. Like, Prime won his first game. He was thanking the hood. He was thanking everybody. It's like, whatever happened to on to the next? You got a whole season.
Oh my God, that's a good point. Yeah,
it's just leadership. If your coach is acting like that, you got to assume your players are going to be at least 2 to 3 times worse. Right. It's like your kids are not going to act as good as you. They're going to model it, but they're going to fail because they're inexperienced. So you as the leader, if you are immature, imagine how much more immature your subordinates are going to be.
Yeah. I think I said that on the last live that I had. I'm like, fan bases take on their coach.
100%.
There's a reason why I very rarely make videos about the Steelers. You want to know why? I trust them. Mm-hmm. They got it. Like,
but they don't give you nothing either. Like, look what happened.
Yeah.
Look what happened to y'all traded us that sorry receiver and got a second round pick out of us.
Are you? Oh my God, you're a Bears fan?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
We've been taking advantage of the Bears for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, I live 2 blocks away from Soldier Field in the South Loop. So I go to the games all the time.
Oh man, were you upset with when we graciously offered you a 6th round conditional pick for Justin Fields?
I knew we got fleeced, but I'm glad he went to you all because I think he's gonna have a great career under Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
But I understand why we did it. But I still think we should get Jaden versus Caleb. But that's a different discussion.
Ooh, interesting. Did you hear my NFL prediction, my draft prediction about them, the Bears trading the first pick to giving it to the Commanders?
Only if they're giving us 3 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks.
They're not going to do that. But if you don't want Caleb, then why do you need that?
Because it's just business negotiation. I'm gonna make you think I want him.
Oh. Yeah, no, I would never do that. I would just settle for the next guy.
Unless they
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, what you're saying is Chicago's problem. They always do this. They over negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop at some. That's not my organization.
So what's a fair deal? I'll say, in my opinion, if they give us the second pick, give us the first round pick next year, give us your second round pick this year, and your second round this year.
I think that's too much.
You don't want him bad enough. If he's generational, give me. Yeah. But wait, is it too much when the 49ers gave up more just to get Trey Lance?
And you see how that worked out.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So why do that again?
Oh, the Shanahans would have been fired if Purdy didn't turn out how he turned out.
And I think they did too much, and that's why I don't think it's going to happen. But the thing is this. You have to know your position of negotiation. Listen, I love a good negotiation, okay? Like,
yeah.
If you say, let's negotiate, I'm like, what are we negotiating? Okay. Yep. Like, that's my thing. And here's how I think that Chicago needs to think about this. They need to realize that if they don't want Caleb Williams, the harder you negotiate, the worse position you're in. Like, if he's just not your guy anyway, you doing that hard negotiation and it not working, and then you pick first and then you get nothing in return is wasteful.
Only you got a point, but only difference is there's about 7 teams that want Caleb Williams. So if one team says no, somebody further back is desperate enough to give me what I want.
But I don't know if anybody is going to make the same mistake that the Niners made for Trey Lance.
I agree, but the only difference,
unless it's the Cowboys, they're stupid.
Trey Lance was a project to begin with. Caleb Williams was touted as soon as he won the Heisman, he was going to be that dude. Is a bigger body of work, so less of a gamble.
So who do you think would make it? Who do you think is desperate enough for a quarterback that you think they would give that away?
Well, we're not going to trade with Minnesota, so it's going to probably be the Giants. I can see that. If Washington won't do it, who's else at the top?
The problem with the Giants, though, is the Giants have they're still on books for all that money for whatchamacallit.
Well, we've seen what that can do. With Russ just got cut.
Hold on, let me find the draft.
Yeah, let's see who at the top of the draft.
Because I know Chicago, Washington, Patriots, Tennessee, Arizona, Chargers, Giants, Titans, Falcons, Chicago.
So, I mean, the Titans. But honestly, I think the Bears are going to get Caleb. From what I've been hearing, he's been having dinner with them the last couple weeks.
What do you think, Goat? Would you mortgage the house for the first round pick in the draft?
The real question is, who would you? Because the Bears got the 9th pick. They're saying they're going to trade up and get Marvin Harrison, but I would prefer them to get Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes, I don't know. I feel like sometimes we do too much nitpicking with like each guy. Because at the end of the day, we don't really know, like we don't know. I mean,
it's more for preference.
Yeah, and that's it. It's more preference, your scheme, your culture, your whatever.
Because they're both elite. It's just who you like most.
Who you like better. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong at all.
I like Neighbors because he's more of a run after the catch type of guy. I just like that style of receiver, the big play. But Harrison is elite. I wouldn't be mad if we got him either.
I think though the problem is like though, do you go get this star receiver and he's amazing, which is great, but then you still have this court. I don't know. What do you think about the head coach in Chicago?
Well, we got 2 first-round picks.
I know, but what do you
So,
think about the head coach in Chicago?
he's great. He's a defensive guy. The thing with Chicago is we wanted to get the offensive coordinator thing right because our head coach is a defensive specialist.
Okay,
And he's like, it's kind of like what the Pittsburgh Steelers had with early Tomlin. Not saying he's
whoa,
I'm going to preface say he's not going to be Tomlin, but I'm just saying he's a defensive guy. Like he's just a defense. So we got to see what this OC is going to do.
Who is it?
Oh, I forgot. I think we got.
Hold on.
I'm not sure if it's the one because we were trying to go for the guy from Penn State. We even tried to get the one from USC, but he ended up going to Washington.
Oh, Shane Waldron.
Where is he from?
Previously worked for the Rams, and then he worked with Will Gino in Seattle.
So we took the Rams OC, which is pretty good because their head coach is McVay. He's an offensive guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how McVay,
Shanahan,
and all of them came under the same tree.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's the same. I think the tree though is our what we were talking about before with Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what these teams are going to do in the draft. I don't think. Let me say this. I don't think there's a wrong move. I think the only wrong move you can make is by giving up too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, who do you want the Steelers to take?
It's kind of funny. I usually don't interfere with the Steelers
draft.
Mm-hmm. I let them like, what do I think they need? I think they need a wide receiver too. We don't have a receiver too. We just don't. We really need a center. Because I don't even know if we have one on the roster. And if we do, it's we know it's like the backup center. So he's, so we need a wide receiver. We need a center. And depending on who you ask, I think we could go for another cornerback or a safety.
I was just going to say probably corner.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, they're going to get a linebacker. We all know that. They're going to, it's like they're going to do certain things because like that's who we are. But I kid you not, I never look at, I don't even pay attention because I know that they're going to do the right thing.
It's have easier a lot of to look at it after the fact.
Go ahead, Goat.
I say you got a lot of trust in them. Yeah.
I mean, and to be fair, I mean, we've had a winning season for the past 17 years or whatever. Like, why would
That's crazy.
Yeah. Why would I doubt anything they do? Do they get it right all the time? Absolutely not. But I think they try to get it right, and they have a better track record of getting it right than they do getting it wrong. So I just let them do their thing. Like, they'll figure it out. It's the luxury of supporting a winning organization. Now, they still piss me off, and we still have our other issues. But draft, I don't usually worry about the Steelers in the offseason at all.
Gotcha. Who's your team, Go?
The Packers.
Yeah. I like Jordan Love, man.
Man, that's my dog. Nice. That's my dog.
Man, he's nice.
Yeah. I was so happy when he started like really catching on and getting in the groove later on in the season. I was like, okay, Mike, we got something.
I thought y'all was going all the way.
Yeah, we was close, but
they should have.
We really should have, for real.
Yeah, I think it would have been. Well, I don't know if it would have been a better game though, because I do think the 49ers has better skill position guys. Yeah.
Like we was giving them that work the first half.
Yeah,
y'all should have won.
Yeah,
I mean,
what y'all did to the Cowboys was just crazy.
That I love that game because my dad is a Cowboys fan. I was on the phone with him the whole time. He had to hang up on me. I was talking so much trash.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't ever, do I ever cheer for the Cowboys?
I don't think I ever have.
I
would
don't.
never.
I'm sure there's a circumstance or two where I've cheered for the Cowboys. I'm sure there has been. It's very
I cheer for
rare.
a player. For a player, I cheer for a
I
player.
don't
I
think
think
I've even cheered for a player.
the
I,
last player was probably T.O. because I
man,
was a big T.O. fan.
Mm-mm.
I cheered for Stephon Gilmore because he played at South
South
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah.
So
He played.
I
He was
cheered.
like Travis Hunter a little bit. He played a lot of positions in South Carolina.
Yeah, he was. I really liked watching him when he was here.
Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah,
Wait,
I,
yeah, y'all got a good
no.
player now. Y'all got Nick Harbor. He should
yeah,
be
I
good.
like Nick Carver. I think they
He's
said he was
fast.
gonna, they said he was gonna miss spring practice because of track.
Yeah, he running track right now.
Yeah,
He's about to run almost 19 seconds. He should, but I really think he should focus on playing DN and not wide receiver.
Yeah, like he's a decent wide receiver, but he definitely got. He's not like one of those ones where you'd be like, okay, he gonna be a top receiver. He
Yeah,
definitely got
yeah.
other traits that he can use, but they haven't put him in that position yet.
I
But
was looking at his highlights. He looked like he was going to be the next Jadeveon Clowney.
How? So he's playing DN and he's running. He's running the 200 under 20
no,
seconds.
he's a wide receiver. He said he thinks he
He
should.
was a wide receiver DN in high school. And he was
Yeah,
running 10.2, 20.2. He was he
Wow,
was one of the fastest high schoolers in the nation
yeah.
at 240
that's
pounds.
wild.
Like
Insane.
he beat Dylan Edwards in the 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Like,
These hormones these kids are on, man. This McDonald's and all this junk food.
yeah, he's a freak of nature. He's built like DK Metcalf right now
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
as a
It
freshman.
was. It was pretty good. Like I'm glad South Carolina got them. I like that's like my I give them grace because I grew up watching them because my dad is a huge South Carolina fan. And I'm from
Gamecocks.
South Carolina, so I done been to games. I got baby pictures with me in South Carolina here, so
So
I
he
give
loves
them
Spurrier.
grace. I give them grace.
I love that. Yeah, I have. My dad, I think, has pictures of me being at like the Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Yeah,
I never cheer for them.
I've only cheered for Florida State. That's how my mom and my dad both went to Florida State. So that's
That's
Mm.
what's up.
So I used
kind
to
of been on
love.
my team.
So when I was a kid, I loved Michigan. Like
Mhm.
I probably know Michigan's fight song if I actually like took time to think about it. And then I loved Florida State. And then as I got older, I liked LSU, which as a Texas fan, like you're not supposed to like LSU. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But like those, so, and the thing is, I always wanted to cheer for for teams that were like in different conferences. That was always my goal, so that everywhere I went, I could watch a team with a purpose. Like that was my goal. So that was like that sounds really ridiculous, but
Sounds kind of intricate.
that's how I like process things. Is like, and in my household, nothing mattered out west. Like we didn't care. Like we were like, yeah, they play football, but like that's different. We don't care about them. So that was how I did. I was like, Michigan was like my first team. I was actually going to go to the University of Michigan.
That's a great school.
I was going to go there and play volleyball.
That's
So
lit.
you're pretty tall.
I don't give out my personal details. I'm not pretty tall though, but so you have to remember, like I'm older. So volleyball back in the day and volleyball now is completely different.
You didn't have to be like
Oh,
extremely tall.
What you see in volleyball today, like the evolution of volleyball has been the funnest thing because it's also a different game though. The rules are different.
Mhm.
Everything is different. But
I've never watched.
Oh yeah, the volleyball now is a different type of volleyball. It's more volleyball used to be very technical and it still is, but if you are a great athlete, you can learn the technique.
Mhm.
Oh,
It used to not be like that because the game used to be slower. So it was like you can't use your athleticism because the game's so slow.
But now
that
they
kind of just
spiking everything.
Yeah,
That
it's
kind of tripped
fast.
me
Yeah,
out.
they going crazy.
It's kind of like when I was surprised when I found out golfers got to lift weights.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
that's why, like yesterday, I don't remember who was saying it. I think it was old man. He was like, "Yeah, nobody works harder than football." I'm like, "That's because you know nothing about volleyball players. We have two seasons. We have volleyball season, which is in the fall, and then there's spring ball, and it's like real spring ball. You still go to tournaments, you still play, you're
Mhm.
still lifting, so squatting and you because you need power." And we're
If,
diving on the floor and then getting up off the floor. Like we were working year round. You had to.
if you're talking about the hardest sport, I'm going to say wrestling.
Man,
That's a good one.
what they go through is
Yeah,
insane.
It's a good one.
and that's year round. And you not only got to make weight, it's
That's a good
contact
one.
the whole time. There's no rest.
Mhm.
There's no let me catch my breath.
And
Yeah,
even when they train in like hot air, like it's
Yeah,
extremely
yeah.
hot.
that's true. They do. That's a really good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, you can
I
stand
always just
around and you're
say
gonna lose 5 pounds.
the
Yeah,
hardest part
wrestling
of
sucks.
volleyball is just making sure that you can fit into your tights, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's a big deal.
That's kind of how track is. Track they used to make us weigh in.
Yeah,
We,
same. Yes, we used to have to weigh in volleyball. We have to weigh in. There's different size of tights,
I used
different
to be
length.
scared to eat an apple sometimes. That shit used to be
Mhm.
stressful.
Yeah, it's like your body was a big part of the sport, and it's like
Hmm. You
you
couldn't get
know,
too bulky. You couldn't get too little either. It
yeah,
was just so strict, man.
yeah. It's so interesting thinking about and now so one of my friends like coaches volleyball and she they had like this thing at UT or whatever, and she was telling me some of the stuff. I'm like, wait, they do what? Like I was flabbergasted, but it makes sense because it's like the sport now. You have to be so fast. I mean, if you ever,
Yeah.
I mean, Texas beat Nebraska this year um, in the championship game. Hook 'em.
When is the season? I'm gonna watch it.
Same as football.
Uh,
Literally the exact same as football. So
I
they
want.
are they are in spring right now, and they're doing tournaments and
Mhm.
playing off-season ball.
Didn't the Nebraska volleyball team didn't they win last year or
No,
the
we've
year before
2 years
last?
in a row champions. Hook
Wait,
'em.
if I'm not
Or was it
mistaken,
year before last?
Uh,
volleyball is Olympic sport too, right?
it is Olympic sport.
Yeah.
So the thing about volleyball is if you just have like 3 minutes in your day, Google Texas against Nebraska this year, 2023 championship. And the reason I say this is because Nebraska was ranked first all year.
Yeah.
And it's because Nebraska plays volleyball, and it's great volleyball. Don't get me wrong, but Texas is more athletic, and you can see it. I mean, it's not. I mean, you could watch literally 3 plays, and you're going to be like, "Oh, this is
Okay.
this looks different. It just looks different."
Nebraska volleyball. What
I'm
year
gonna
did
YouTube
they
that.
won? Not too long ago.
Yeah, it was on ABC in December.
Let me see.
Texas volleyball versus Nebraska championship
Uh,
game. And then you could even like watch Texas go through the whole. So Texas was like ranked like fifth or sixth or whatever, and they went through all the top ranked teams. If you watch though, the other teams were bigger, but they weren't faster and they weren't stronger. And
got you.
it's just one of those things where and I think it would happen in football too. Like let's say an FCS school played Georgia. You know what I mean? Like you could tell. You could just kind of look and be like, "There's a
Yeah,
difference. There's just a difference." Like
Yeah.
it's crazy how that's trickling down to every sport where like athleticism is like the prime trait now.
exactly.
Yeah, I hear a lot of coaches going for just athletes, and then they'll just
Just
place
athletes.
everywhere.
Yep, they believe they'll teach them technique and everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah. And there's
Even in
just like
tennis.
in tennis.
I want to go.
You said tennis.
Yeah, tennis is like that too.
Mm. Yeah, because
Like
like what position do you play in tennis?
you're
Like,
starting to see the physiques are different in tennis now. Remember, it used to be before the Williams sisters. You used to have to be super lean and thin.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now you're starting to see muscular legs and big
yeah,
ass calf muscles, and it's just different.
You know what's kind of funny is I'll never forget the first time I saw Serena Williams on TV. And I don't know if I looked at my mom or turned to my dad, I don't remember who it was, and I said, "Is it okay that she looks like that?" I'll never forget that. And it was like that day, I think something changed in me because I saw, on TV, like I saw, like a black woman that looked like, I mean, I don't look like Serena, but you know what I'm saying? Like a black woman, I was like, oh my God, like she has muscles, she's thick, she's moving, she's winning.
She's wearing braids.
Wearing braids, she's black, she's being black. Like,
in my opinion, if you talk about Mount Rushmore of greatest athletes, you gotta have her on there, man or woman. You gotta have her. I agree.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Her, Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jordan are my Mount Rushmore of athletes. Or
that's a really good question.
If you take Michael Jordan off, you can replace him with Michael Phelps. But in my opinion, Tiger Woods and Serena Williams,
Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, Muhammad Ali, and who else?
Michael Jordan or Michael Phelps, whichever one you want.
Put on the show in the championship. Jermaine O'Neal's daughter played for Texas.
I'm telling you right now, if you go watch Texas volleyball play, you will not be disappointed.
I did not know that.
And especially if you like to see women in tights. Like, you can't go wrong. I think I will agree with your Mount Rushmore.
Oh, man, I thought I was about to get some pushback back.
No, like I'm sitting here thinking of who else I would replace.
I'm trying to think.
And I don't know who I would replace.
I know who I would put on there, but I don't know who I would replace.
Who?
I know for sure I would put LeBron on there.
LeBron?
Yeah.
I don't know, because if you put LeBron, then you got to say, what about Bill Russell?
Well, that's yeah.
That's why I said I know who I would put on there, but I don't know who I would take away.
Yeah.
But when you talk about sports American greatness, I always think about Serena, Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali, and like I said, you can go Michael, you can go Phelps, or you can go.
I never knew how big Michael Phelps was.
He's huge.
I'd start looking up like certain measurements. I'm like, what?
Yeah. The reason why I don't know if I would change Phelps for Michael that's funny. Is because I haven't seen Phelps do anything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and you talk about impact, global impact.
Yeah.
Like anybody that walks down the street, you're going to recognize Michael Jordan.
Facts.
Anywhere in the world.
Law said
Money Mayweather.
Mayweather?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what we're talking about though is
over Muhammad Ali.
Well, I think we have to see what we're actually talking about here. Are we talking about just Mount Rushmore of
when you think of sports greatness, when you think about
greatness. Okay. So I think what you said is correct. I would have those. I think if you said who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of who's impacted a sport more?
Then I'm gonna put Steph Curry for basketball.
See, that's what I'm saying. Then I think we kind of get a different. Yeah, I think we get a different conversation.
I'm just thinking, like, if you say, if you're introducing the sport to somebody that never seen it before, or just American sports, who would you say these are the 4 people that represent greatness in sports?
Somebody said Gretzky.
Ooh, somebody said Gretzky. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really okay. But if you add Gretzky, who do you take off?
I don't know what I'm saying. It's hard to,
Oh, and you can almost argue Allison Felix.
No, I don't think she's great. I don't know if
No. You're right. I'm tripping because Serena's a different level.
Yeah, it's like okay. So if we put, I just don't know if Gretzky's better. If
Tiger already on there, Jonas.
Tiger's already on there. Go ahead.
Let me start over for the people that didn't hear it. I said Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, and Muhammad Ali. Those are my 4.
Yeah.
And we're
But
trying to see if we can find somebody
Some
to
bigger
you could
remove.
take
options.
MJ out for Michael Phelps if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, when I started watching like the Olympics and stuff, and I start looking at the swimmers, I'm like, why the heck are these swimmers so big? Like, these need to be 6'5"
And they
and
lift
cut
weights.
up. And I'm like,
They lift weights. Yeah. But okay, but what about Simone Biles?
mm,
Ooh,
mm, mm.
do you guys think about longevity?
Facts. Y'all need to get in the conversation, bro.
Well,
Jeez.
how many things has how
Serena
many
been going forever.
well, I don't have to remove a woman for a woman.
I'm done.
Serena and Tiger been great their whole lives. To me, they are undisputed.
He said some of his personal antics, but that's the thing. We're not talking about
Yeah,
anything
we just
personal.
talking about
No,
straight
Because
nothing
we could
sports.
personal.
also remove
That's
Michael
it.
Jordan because he has a gambling problem, but we're not.
And
And we can move Michael Phelps because, like, no, we're not going to
Michael
do
Phelps
it.
got
The
Yeah.
only clean athletes we probably have on there is Serena.
Muhammad Ali.
That's debatable if you really dig into Ali before.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we was going that deep.
Yeah.
Jonas said drop the link.
Jonas wants to join. The
Yeah,
other
drop the
day,
link.
he just wanted to hear me talk, so he wouldn't join.
He said Mike also had a
Like,
wife.
here he goes. Okay. That's why we're not talking about anything personal.
Nothing personal, just sports.
That's what I was
Just
saying.
greatness.
If we start talking about white women and all that we gonna have to make a new list.
Right, because Serena's got to go too.
Right.
And then if Serena goes, then we can put in Simone Biles.
Somebody said no Jim Brown. I've never seen Jim Brown play. I don't know.
Plus, Jim Brown played. I think he played 9 years, and he got into acting.
When he playing, didn't he? Jim Brown played. What's that sport? Didn't he play like?
He played rugby.
Rugby or some junk like that.
Yeah, he played rugby.
Law said Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton is crazy. That's nasty work.
Bill Clinton is off the chains. He can play that saxophone though. Hey, Jonas.
So wait, so y'all doing one for every sport?
No, we're just doing
just
top 4.
Athletes.
Oh, all right, bet.
Top 4 athletes of all time.
Just your top 4 any sport.
Can OJ Simpson be an honorable mention?
Man, RP OJ, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. RP OJ. I think.
Speaking about just on the football field, he was
nice.
They said he was not. He was like that.
No, he was.
He was. That's why everybody was pissed when his house was driving away in that Bronco. What are you doing, bro?
Bro, listen. Sidebar. You know they got people really saying that he should have confessed on his deathbed, bro.
That's
crazy. They said he should have left a letter.
Man, that's bullshit.
Crazy, bro.
Don't die with your secrets. Let us.
Bro, that's bullshit. I ain't telling shit.
Mm-mm.
Wait, so do you think OJ did it?
People say his son did it.
Yeah,
hold on. Let's poll the panel. Do any of us think OJ did it?
Everybody think OJ did it. If you think
OJ,
listen, I probably was 4 years old, and I think OJ did it.
I didn't hear about it until I was like a teenager.
And you think OJ did it?
So I don't think OJ did it. Like, I don't think he was the guy who did it. I think he knows who did it.
Yeah.
That's what I've always.
I heard a lot of people
did it, though.
Say that.
Then he come out with a book saying, I didn't do it, but if I would have did it, it would have went like this.
Yeah, that was.
He really come out with a book.
The ultimate troll. Yeah. OJ was trolling before trolling even happened.
Okay, I got somebody who y'all probably left off the list. What about Derek Jeter?
Derek Jeter.
Well, my bubble is MJ. So is Derek Jeter better than MJ?
Yeah, who would you take off for Derek Jeter?
Yeah. Serena, Tiger, Muhammad Ali.
So it's only 4 people can go up there then, right?
Yeah, because it's Mount Rushmore.
All right, bet. Okay, so you got Serena, Tiger, Mike, and who else?
And Ali.
Ali. Serena, Tiger, Mike, and Ali. Damn, I don't think Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He'll
when I,
he'll be right outside the top, like right outside of that, bro.
Yeah.
He up there.
And he
Michael
light
Phelps.
skinned too, so that's kind of like a strike against
Not
him.
he's
I'm
light.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
The only person that could probably threaten Michael Jordan or Ali is probably Tom Brady.
man,
No.
Wait,
man,
Absolutely not.
what?
see, I kind of came in on the back end of this. I thought we were just on some African shit.
Oh
Nah,
no,
nah.
wait.
Absolutely not. Some African.
He
No,
said
cause
we was
no,
gonna do an all black one.
no, cause we had Michael Phelps up there too. We had
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Phelps up
yeah,
there.
yeah. Y'all did say Wayne Gretzky
Oh
too. Y'all said
god.
Wayne Gretzky. All right, so all right. Well, damn. Well,
Well, the thing is it's easy when you can have a person, right? And you can say the name, but then when you think of who they replace,
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
only difference
yeah,
is
like who you gonna take off for him?
it's
Right.
hard to do football because it's such a team sport, and the other ones, it's so much individual greatness. Even basketball, without a great individual, you don't have a great team.
Yeah.
it is kind of funny though that we did pick three athletes with individual, like we picked a tennis player, their honorable mention is a
Golf
swimmer,
player and a
Yeah, because it's
boxer.
all on you.
boxer. Yeah, so those are like individual.
He said Pele. Pele. Man, I ain't seen none of them people play.
I mean, he was good. I wasn't
I
alive
watched the
to enjoy
documentary.
him like that.
Wait, who you talking about?
Who?
Pele.
Oh,
Who?
That's what I was talking about.
yeah,
I
The
didn't hear you.
soccer player, the
the
old
soccer
soccer player.
guy. Did
Oh
he
no, I
just
Who?
didn't.
die?
Pele? You talking about
Yeah.
Pele?
Yeah,
Did
he
he just
died like
did he just die?
6 months ago or something like that.
I don't know nothing about soccer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I watched the documentary, but I ain't see that man play. That man was
Soccer is
playing
my
with my
soccer is my
granddad
third
when they
favorite
was young.
sport, bro.
Is it?
It's
Yeah,
hard to keep up.
Wait,
How do you
behind
watch the
what?
games?
basketball
Okay.
and,
The
and
football.
football, soccer. I can't. I've never watched a baseball. I've never watched five
I
minutes of a
would
baseball game in my
I
I
would
life.
love baseball.
never
I
We
love
got two
go to
baseball.
a
teams.
baseball game
We got
ever.
two teams out here, so it's easy to go see them.
Yeah, I like baseball.
What soccer player you like? What's your team that you
My
like?
all time favorite soccer player was Ronaldinho
Okay,
from Brazil because he was like a real flashy showman type nigga with that ball. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
But right now they got this little Mexican. What the fuck is his name? He played for Mexico. James. James. His name is James, but it's James in Spanish though. James.
Okay,
Yeah, he good. He real good too.
Can I just say, to make a case for Simone Biles, if she goes to this year's Olympics, it will be her third Olympics, and that's
Okay.
similar to Michael Phelps.
Yeah, it's
But
rare for them
what's her
because
medal count though?
she got the most.
She has.
She got more than Michael
that's what she
Phelps?
got.
No, no, but
No, she.
then her sport.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about. I'm talking about
So,
in one Olympic
in
tournament.
Oh
one
no,
Olympics,
she's
because
not
they
fucking
do
with
it
Mike.
differently. Um,
I know one year Michael Phelps won damn near all of them.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that was
think
crazy.
he was in the teams. That
Yeah,
nigga
I
went
ain't gonna lie.
crazy.
Michael Phelps had me out there trying to
He
swim.
had
I
the
ain't
most
gonna lie.
dominant Olympics performance I think I ever seen, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
him and Usain Bolt.
yeah.
so, Simone Biles has 7 right now, and she has 4 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze.
See, nah,
Nah.
the, them bronze gonna hurt her a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Phelps ever got a bronze.
He did. He did towards the end of his
Yeah,
career.
What
when
was it,
he
a
started
relay?
getting old, he started getting
Remember,
bronze.
and he was like excited. He was like, "This medal means
Oh,
more to me
that's when he
than
came
the
back from the weed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's when
Yeah,
he came back from the weed. All right, I
yeah,
remember. Yeah, that's when he came back.
yeah.
he was
Phelps
turned
got
up.
way
yeah."
too. He got
He was like, "I'll
up
take
on
this. I'll take this bronze."
that.
That's because he wasn't training for real. He was just chilling.
Man, he was chilling.
Yeah,
He said, "Man, I'm so good, bro. Watch I get third place." And I've been chilling.
yeah. You know what's actually interesting is I don't know. I've been sitting here thinking, if you take off Michael Phelps, or if you take off Michael Jordan for Michael Phelps,
Mhm.
and you have Muhammad Ali, Serena, Michael Phelps, who was the other one?
Tiger.
And
Tiger.
Tiger Woods. It's like, how can you argue either one?
It's so many great athletes. You can't really get mad if somebody
No,
Yeah,
you
it's
really
like,
can't.
Right.
But
Somebody
you
want
really
to say fucking Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan, you really can't argue about it.
No, the only thing I know for sure is I don't think you can take off Serena.
I don't think so either.
That man talking about FloJo.
Serena. No.
Serena had like a 20-year run though. That's why she had like a 20-year run. Bro.
Yeah.
The thing with FloJo is her record was win-aided, and I'm sorry, I'm biased for Jamaicans, but that 100-meter was win-aided.
No,
Tiger
for real
wasn't
though,
the
like
best golfer though.
I ain't gonna lie, I was
But
I
I
was
think
begging my
Tiger's
mom to let me
longevity.
watch Michael Phelps. I was out there really trying to be a swimmer.
No facts. Like I think Michael Phelps made black people think they could swim.
I swear, I right hand to God, I really was trying to be a swimmer.
No. He did make that shit cool though.
He did. He did. Like I remember, like my friend group at that time, because obviously I'm a black woman, and like my friends were like, "How are we gonna get in this chlorine? And then how do you do your hair? Like, how do you maintain your hair if you're always in the swimming pool?"
They got the little caps and stuff.
No, because the water seeps through. Now they have other things, but those little caps don't work as well. You usually have to double cap. We didn't know that at the time, but you usually have to double cap.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of them female swimmers, they got nice bodies.
They all, I mean, swimming's like the one. I think swimming is one of the best workouts you can do, though, for your total body.
But between track girls, volleyball, and swimming, elite.
Yeah.
Not the silent, yeah. Yeah.
Tiger wasn't the best golfer. Then who was?
But I don't even if he wasn't, though, his longevity and the amount of times he won.
Or I'm just talking, even just impact, just greatness.
Yeah, impact, bro. He really showed people you can be a black golfer and really succeed for real. Like he was on some Martin Luther King.
The other her moment says, "I wish I knew how to swim. Being by the water is my favorite place." No, for real. Like there's certain things in life that happen where you're like, I got to pick up that skill because, like, I can do that, right? That's how I felt when Serena was playing tennis. I was like, I can hit a tennis ball. Like I played volleyball my whole life. I can go hit a tennis ball. This has to be easy. Man, no,
I thought that until they hit that shit and they come back fast as hell.
It's hard.
Hell
it's
extremely hard.
Hey, if Coach Prime have a highly successful coaching career, you can put him up there.
Yeah, but he got to stay.
Think about this nigga career. He won a championship in college, 2 or 3 in the NFL, baseball. Like he'd have a fucking awesome career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, between him and Bo Jackson is the best athlete.
He already top 5 defensive players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
didn't he turn out to be a great coach? Like you got to put him up,
man.
You're talking about if he won a national championship.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
and he was a solid baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely would put him in there.
That's true. That's a really good point.
I just need him to stay
First, I thought you was
long
joking,
enough.
so I thought
really.
Well, I didn't.
No, he has to win him. He has to at least win a national championship. Though.
Yeah, I just heard Coach Prime, and I thought, oh gosh, what are we doing? Where are we going?
No, I'm just saying, like if you combine his coaching career with his playing career, he would definitely he would have an argument to go up there with the rest of them.
See, I got triggered. I got triggered. I brought us back. It's okay. Well, a lot of people too will say Bo Jackson, which I think Bo Jackson's longevity.
Bo
didn't have the success though.
Bo would have been the best because
Bo didn't have the success of all the rest of
was good and he had success.
Bo Jackson though was a hella athletic.
Yeah. Bo probably the most athletic player
I
ever
just
played.
actually finished reading his book. He was a legit all-star baseball player and football. Like Prime was like a role player in baseball.
That's what I always tell
Bo
people, but
Bo
was the game plan, and like how do we pitch around this guy in baseball, and then how do we stop him in football? Like he was impact, like
he was running a 4.2.
And he was huge.
He was huge. Bo like 6'3", man. He was like 230. Bo
6'3", 230, running a 4.2.
Out of there.
Like in the book, they was talking about this man was squatting 600 pounds.
I think I remember that highlight of him breaking that bat with his bare hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
dude
I've
was
seen
different.
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
It's always interesting to see. I wish that, but I mean injuries, but I
It's
wish
a
that
shame.
I wish he could have played longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wish, like, yeah. But even I say that about Barry Sanders. I mean, I get it, but I say that about him too. It's like I always just think of what he could have been had he been on like a consistently decent team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dude Luke Kuechly too.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
Yeah,
the thing,
this is a
man.
the
good
thing,
one.
Man, if he would have played a couple more years, he probably would have been the best middle linebacker ever, man.
yeah,
I say that about Ryan Shazier though too. I'm like, if
him
he like
and Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis is another good one.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
both all the.
but what I'm saying is Luke Kuechly made it to the Hall of Fame in 6 years though.
He did,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
and he
I
was
think
a beast.
I
Like
think Willis played.
he was crazy. He just kept getting concussions. He gave it up.
Yeah, and then he out there crashing out for real.
That man, yeah,
That I when I first heard him talk, I was surprised. I was like,
He
this nigga talk
he
like
he hey, he legitimately could have been
smart.
could
Yeah,
have been the best linebacker of all time, bro.
yeah,
facts.
yeah. I agree.
Like no shade to Ray Lewis, but that dude was
Yeah.
he was doing some
That
crazy
nigga
shit.
was different.
Did he have headache or did he have concussions?
Yeah, he
Too
kept
many
getting concussions.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I think I have a picture. I think
If you
I was
look at him
there.
now, you wouldn't even be able to tell he played football.
Right. You would never know how
He looked
dangerous
like he
it
work
was
at Best Buy.
football field.
A lot of them do that though because they say that weight it's a hindrance.
Yeah,
It's too
same with
much.
Joe
Crazy.
Thomas. He lost
It's
like
too
100
much.
some pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see that a lot when the NFL players when they done playing
they
and
they
they
lose all that
quiet
weight.
and they lose
it's
all that
heavy.
weight.
Yeah, they all
That,
They either lose all that weight or they get overly overweight.
or they get over.
yeah,
Yeah, some they either and they
they
say
be
the
them wide
opposite.
receivers. Them wide receivers be getting big.
Oh. Who's gotten big? Who's the wide receiver that's gotten big?
Benjamin from the Panthers. He ate his way up to
Oh
the.
yeah, that dude is huge. He had
Yeah,
an
he
eating
ate it.
disorder though.
Yeah,
But he had an eating disorder though.
yeah, he
Did
did.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why he kicked out of the league. He couldn't hold his weight.
yeah. They moved him to tight end. Then and I know he went to Florida State.
They
He was
tried
a
to
That dude won a
receiver.
championship with Jameis Winston.
Yep,
Tall nigga with the dreads.
yep.
Jameis Winston. I love cheering for him in college.
Yeah, I ain't heard David Boston name in a minute. Yeah, he got too big.
Where is Jameis Winston? I love
He in
his.
Cleveland.
he in
He in
Cleveland right
Oh,
Cleveland.
why did he go there? Of all
You
Man,
places?
know who
listen,
else got too big?
I'm
Eddie Lacy.
I'm cheering for Jameis no matter where he go, bro. I love Jameis, bro.
now.
Yeah, that nigga
Jameis
funny.
has never given two shits about anything, and I
Nah,
just
hey, he really a real like a real good dude, bro.
He just seemed like a cool ass nigga.
Yeah, no, he really like one of us for real.
I love that.
He a nigga. He a real nigga for real. Real country ass nigga from
He one of the
Alabama.
country ass niggas.
Yeah.
For real.
I love that. I remember
Them
too.
some of my favorite people to be around.
Yeah. Well, and he just seems like down to earth too. You know, like he
Yeah.
doesn't seem like he just seems cool. Like just be cool. Just be cool. But Jameis Winston, they wanted him to nail that ball, and Jameis Winston didn't care.
Nah.
Hey Jonas, was you on when we was talking about Malik Neighbors?
Nah, I just came up probably like 10 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah, I was just telling him I hope the Bears get him after they get Caleb.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, I think he the top receiver in the draft.
Bro, I did not know that Malik Neighbors is Gabe Neighbors' nephew.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I ain't know that. I saw it and I was like, what the man?
Do y'all feel like right now there's so many players that are like a cousin of or a brother of or a something of? It's like I feel like there's so many players that it's like, oh, so-and-so's son, so-and-so's blah. I'm like, there's so many.
Yeah.
Make it make sense because all these genetic freaks.
Right, right. All of their kids are playing sports. And you're like, who? Oh, okay, it makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Like the fact, like
way
Marvin
too
Harrison Jr. Like what the fuck? Like we was just watching his dad.
Right. Even with the Steelers have Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah,
I was literally just watching his dad.
Speaking of kids, speaking of sons of players, y'all heard about Nate Robinson? He need a kidney or he gonna die.
Yeah, I seen that.
I saw that on Twitter.
He need a kidney. He said he don't have too much longer to live, bro.
How long has he been looking for a kidney?
For like a few years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He been had the problem, but this year he like publicly said it.
It's starting to get a little worse. Like, that shit's sad. I love what he played in Chicago.
Well, I'm assuming they probably have went down that road.
Yeah, the Matthews got a whole bunch of mothers that used to be in the league. They older now, but they used to be in the league. Used to be a bunch of them. They got a whole legacy family.
Clay Matthews.
Yeah, Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews' daddy played.
Mike Matthews
played in the
yeah. Same thing with the Longs.
That's wild.
It is way too many parallel worlds in the dog.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, yeah. And then my favorite is when somebody says, because like I'll watch sports with my dad still, and I'll just be doing whatever, and my dad will go, "Gosh, he shoots like, or he does blah 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 like that." I'm like, "Dad, that's his son." He's like, "Really?"
Then you got Arch Manning, and then you got Eli's sons. They about to be in 8th grade next year.
Yeah,
we got Asante Samuel Jr. on the Chargers.
Yep,
it's wild. How big are the Manning? How big are his sons? Because are they twins?
Right now they like Eli got the twins.
Okay,
he got twins.
Yeah, Eli got twins. Yeah.
And they're 8.
They I think they're in junior high right now. I think they're in 8th grade or some shit like that.
They're gonna be big. That's one thing I can say about the man is all of them gonna be tall.
They literally just breed them, like
right. Literally,
you're a Manning, so you need to be around.
You a quarterback.
Yeah,
right. You made to be a quarterback. If anything, you might be a tight end. If it don't work out at quarterback.
Let me see. How tall is my question? It's just crazy too because we literally watch them.
Yeah.
That's my thing with basketball. Like Chris Paul, son, he in 8th grade now. That's crazy.
I think Derrick Rose's son is too.
Yes.
I just seen his highlights.
Derrick Rose.
Chris
Rondo's son is good.
Hey, Chris Paulson, that little nigga could hoop.
Yeah.
The nigga from the State Farm commercial?
Right.
Yeah, that little nigga could hoop, bro.
Crazy, man.
That's wild.
That little nigga could hoop, bro. I saw a highlight on the timeline a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
Yeah, I did too.
And it would make it even crazier because they look dang near identical to them. Like as far as how they look in the face.
Well, and the thing is too is they usually play like them, which is wild. They'll have the same type of mannerisms, the same everything. It's wild.
The only thing is them kids got a lot of pressure on them.
Yep.
Sure.
They do. It's not new when it comes to music. Stevie Wonder is related to Michael Jackson.
Is that true?
Is he?
That might be that man's cousin or something like that.
I've never heard that before.
Is it like blood cousins
in the music industry, it's a whole bunch of doggone people that's related that people don't know about. Like it's like it'll be a rapper and they related.
Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder are third cousins.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's like black people cousins.
That's what I knew about Whitney and Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilbert's son is nasty.
Yeah, Gilbert's son.
God.
Hey, his daughter nice too.
Yeah, #1 recruit.
She gonna be at Louisville next year.
And Master P son nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard Masterpiece son was good.
Yeah, was it Mercy Miller? Yeah, Mercy Miller.
Yeah, Mercy. Yeah, Mercy nice.
The other one, the older one, was supposed to be good, but he wanted to go to a big school, and now he on the bench.
Isn't that what happened to Snoop's son or something like that?
No, Snoop's son quit football.
But wasn't he good?
He was good.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Him and Diddy's son.
But that's what happens. That pressure.
That pressure get to them dudes, bro.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine what that's like.
Or like, why you working that hard and you already rich?
I mean, I can't imagine what it like being Diddy's son right now.
Well, you know what? I saw somewhere where they were saying his sons like took part in his older son was like a part of something.
Wait, speaking of Diddy, y'all remember when he pulled up to UCLA to fight the coaches?
Yeah, that was what I was saying. Like Diddy's son and Snoop Dogg's son was on the same team, and they both quit.
Did he try to fight the coach?
Yeah.
Can I can I just say, like, if any there, there's certain people where it's like, if something comes out about this person, like, that's it for me. If anything ever comes out about Snoop, I'm personally gonna be like, this is a setup. Like, because I'm riding for Snoop. I don't care. Like, he's the one guy where I'm like, leave him alone. Okay, he's done his dirt. He's grown. Like, leave him alone. Leave him out of this. Leave him alone.
Is Jack Boy Eric? Is that Jack Boy that be on the
Yeah.
panel?
Yeah. He was on a panel the other night and he said something. He was like going off on his tangent. And then he goes, "Oh, Eric, just leave it alone," or whatever. And I was in the chat and I was like, "Not your government name." I can't remember what the panel was talking about, but he was having a whole moment. I was like, bless his heart. That whatever it impacted him. It triggered him. Snoop Dogg is related to Brandon and Ray J.
There's a whole bunch of people in the music industry that's related.
Which it kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you kind of have to, unless you just get lucky and your song is playing on something. But usually these people that make it,
it's all about who you know.
Have given something to somebody or something.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was Anthony Davis.
Oh,
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, so the Lakers were playing and Anthony Davis got hurt in his eye or something. Yeah. And somebody told Jack Boy and him, and I think Zion like had bets on it or something. I don't remember the whole story.
Crazy.
And then Jack Boy had a whole moment where he needed to express his feelings. Bless his heart.
Anthony Davis always hurt, man. Something always wrong.
Yeah.
Him and Kawhi.
Crazy, man.
Who do you think gets injured more, him or Kawhi?
Kawhi.
Anthony Davis.
Kawhi get more hard injury, like serious injuries.
Because at least young Kawhi played full seasons. Like Anthony Davis been hurt all the time.
That's true.
Since he got drafted and started getting big contracts, he's been hurt.
Right. It's like they're in perfect condition their contract year. Everything's great. They're perfect. And then they get that money and they're like, all right, well, you know what, my thumb.
You talking about Ben Simmons. Shit, Ben Simmons running the greatest scam ever.
Is he even playing this year?
Yeah, he playing. He on the team.
Oh, okay.
I'm so disappointed in Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons.
That nigga chilling.
I remember watching him at Montverde, and I was like, yeah, he gonna be good. And then he was good his rookie year, and then it just started going downhill.
You know what's actually sad? I remember when Kobe died.
We going here.
So
That's crazy.
I know. Sometimes it still triggers me. I made a video and literally I said, and Kobe, and I started stuttering, and I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't focus. But when he died, I realized that I was only watching basketball as much as I was because I felt that connection to him still watching it. Because remember, he used to do like those focus things, and he was like still a part of it.
Yeah, he was.
But I feel like when he died, he took basketball from me. Like, I'm like, I don't know. It's just not the same for me.
That's how I felt when D Rose came back and tore his second ACL.
D Rose supposed to be something special. I didn't even care about Adidas until D Rose got his shoe.
When he was with the Bulls?
Yeah. Shit,
I had like 2 pairs of D Rose.
Yeah. I just remember going to them games, man.
He had that one good year. And I was like, oh, he's the next guy. And then it just didn't quite.
Youngest to win the
youngest,
Yeah, I mean, he looked great. But it just wasn't sustainable.
Like people always say, him and Westbrook, to me, it was levels. Westbrook never got to that level.
What do you know what? Okay, can I just say something about Westbrook and his defense?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he gets so much like negative whatever, but he only does what he thinks he needs to do.
I like him.
And
I think it drives clicks. That's why people do it. The media.
You think he's that person?
Yeah, they always got a scapegoat.
Yep, always. You're right. Because everybody needs a Russ on their team.
Yeah, I think Russ is going to be one of those people you appreciate later because they did the same thing to Iverson. They did the same thing to Kobe. The media didn't like Kobe. They chose Shaq over Kobe.
They did.
They might mess around and do. Now that I think about Russell Wilson, they might do Caleb Williams how they do Russell Wilson when the way he dress. If he have a bad game, they gonna
Oh,
cook
they
him.
already started that. They
Yeah,
talking
that's what
about
I'm
the
saying. That's why I
nails.
say it's so similar. Now I just thought about that when you said Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always do that, man. Because you got to remember.
Westbrook is the reason he never won. No, James Harden is the reason.
If you look, if you look into that series, they said Harden was partying all the way to 6 a.m. when they played Miami in the West. Was it the championship that year when they was real young?
James Harden was wide. I can actually see it. He was wide open in the corner a couple of times and wouldn't shoot. What are you doing? This is basketball. Shoot. After that, I never trusted James Harden ever.
Well, you should have seen him his first year in Houston when he wasn't playing defense. They was just running by him. He was just standing there.
No, I saw that because that was when I will say I do like watching the Warriors play.
Who you got winning this year?
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. I watch it. If the Warriors are on, I'm more than likely going to watch the Warriors because I think they play good basketball. I like watching them play, and it's kind of like the last of what I've kind of grown up watching in air quote. You know what I mean? They've been around for so long, but I don't know. I don't know enough to give you a solid opinion.
I'm going with my team, the Celtics.
The most dangerous team right now is probably the Celtics.
Yep. Let's go.
Come on, out the East.
Let's go.
Do we trust them though? They always do this.
Hey.
Oh,
don't start.
Sorry, I forgot honesty.
Don't do it.
It depends because the playoffs is about coaching. That Mazzulla, I got to see more from him.
I'm still messed up about what's my dog name?
The Pelicans looking good too though.
Yeah, Timberwolves looking good. Denver looking good. Warriors catching on late.
Yeah, like they did last year.
I will always cheer for the Warriors. I don't care what anybody says.
Like if they said the Warriors made it to the conference finals, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because Steph Curry really made me start watching basketball again when he was in college at Davidson, bro.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about
I still
the thing about the Warriors is they have that draw that love to hate. So some people are going to watch them because they want to watch them lose, and some people will genuinely just watch them because it's the Warriors.
And most of that is they want to watch Draymond lose.
True. And I love me some Draymond Green, man.
Oh,
I hate that dude, bro.
I love him.
Bro. Draymond needed help.
That's the first time I ever heard that before.
Yeah, I
love him. The only reason why I love him is because I think in some way, shape, or form, every team that's been successful has had one. And every time, his teammate, everybody that actually knows basketball will tell you the impact Draymond has on that team. They go because of Draymond Green.
Yeah, but he always getting ejected.
So, I know. Listen, I'm not a perfect human.
Did he really slap Steve Kerr?
I like a rich guy that's a little bit, messed up.
Yeah.
I like it. I like a little edge.
Me too. Just stay in the game.
Yeah, I do. Listen. In my life, I've had a lot of fun with a lot of guys that have a little edge to them. I don't mind it. I'm not mad at him.
God.
I'm not kidding, but I do love. I like Draymond Green, and now I agree. He needs to stay in the game. Stop the antics. I got it, but I like him.
And Kuminga getting better. That's really the X factor. If Kuminga and Wiggins can get going,
Yeah, I like Kuminga.
I just like that they always have guys at the beginning of the year. You're like, I don't know who any of these guys are. I don't know this team. And then at the end of the year, you're like, oh, that was that guy that was playing in
No,
game
they
10.
they for sure got some pieces for
They
sure.
do. They got what they need. They just got to
Yeah,
put it together.
they gotta put it together. And they gotta play together.
Yeah.
But you know, you also gotta remember a lot of them players them Splash Brothers, they getting a little old. I
That's
ain't
it.
saying they missing crazy step. Like they not missing a crazy step, but they for sure missing some steps.
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's why
getting old.
Clay be on and off. Like he
That's what
spent a
I'm
few weeks
saying.
on the bench.
That's what I'm saying.
They're old. I mean, they are. But it's also it's that old thing where it's like, do you take old experience, but because they they know how to win, or would you bet on a younger team that doesn't know how to win and an unproven coach?
I'm betting on the proven coach with the proven players.
Yeah, so that's why it's like
Yeah,
it's tricky.
Because
Old man's. Let's save the tough rich guy talk for ladies' night. Hey, I am going to be me, okay? And if you don't like it, that is not my problem. That is, I'm just here. They will regret losing Poole and Wiseman. Maybe not so much Poole, because I think Poole thought that he was actually Steph Curry.
Yeah, you can't regret some that never did anything. Wiseman didn't do shit.
Poole definitely. I think he just got to get in his group and really mature, because he got the game. I knew he had the game, and I was like, what the heck? The Warriors got him when Michigan played in the tournament. He started hitting game winners.
Yeah,
Warriors got him. Yeah, they gonna do something. Wiseman he was good in high school. Like in college, he was all right.
but his
he
game.
never. Go ahead.
You can see his game in high school. All he was doing was he was just the biggest dude running the floor, taking jump shots.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I was saying, like, a lot of some people who, like, when they see certain stuff, like people who haven't really seen these people since high school, and they might have not watched too many college games, and they like, okay, they got him, and let's see what he do. And I'm like, yeah, he probably not gonna work in that system, because this happened in college and that didn't work, and this happened in high school and he was like.
I also think that, I could be wrong, but I think some people come to the Warriors, and I think people, like, I think it's Steph Curry's show, don't get me wrong, but I think that some people don't realize how much Draymond Green is a part of the show.
Facts.
And it's almost like a package deal, and like they're signing up for Steph Curry and who they think Klay Thompson and they, what they think. Then they get there and they're like, well, who the hell is this dude?
Draymond, the whole defense.
That's what I like. So I think, and I watched, I don't know if you guys watched Klay Thompson and Draymond's like podcast interview or whatever. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that Klay Thompson said to Draymond, because Draymond asked him, like, be honest with me. How does it impact you when I get ejected? Like, just be honest with me. I don't want to hear this, but I need to hear this. So like, let me know. And one of the things Klay Thompson said was, you have a connection with the young guys that we don't have. And he's like, we can't. And he was like, Steph and I are leaders and we're our own kind of thing. But like, you do things that we actually can't do. We can't teach them like you do. We don't talk about things like you do. And so it made me think, like, I think people don't realize how big of a piece Draymond really is to that whole system.
Yeah, he's definitely a big piece. He's part of the reason why they lost that championship against the Cavs. When he got ejected
yeah. What was that, game 5? Is that game 5?
No, no, not ejected, but he got suspended. So
yeah, I know, but I think he missed.
He got ejected in the fourth quarter. They lost that game. Then he couldn't play game 6, and he lost that game.
It was game 6. Okay, so he got ejected game 5. They lost game 6, right? Because they were down 3-1. That was the whole infamous, or up 3-1. Got it.
Yeah. because he want to kick people in the nuts and all type of crazy stuff.
Then game 7, he want to look like Steph.
Hey, leave Draymond alone, guys.
Crazy. All right, we gonna leave your roughneck alone. We gonna leave him alone.
I like him rough around the edges. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, what do y'all think about? I just released a video about this today, but what do y'all think about like the whole Caitlin Clark, Diana Taurasi thing? Like, do you think it's a big deal? Do you think they're making a big deal out of it? Do you think like when you first saw it, if you saw it, were you like? Because I have so many thoughts on this, but I'm just curious to know.
Not really, because they said the same thing about LeBron when he got to the league. His own teammates was hating on him.
Yeah,
they got a whole clip of it.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think they just blowing it up.
But I mean, it's also going to get some more views because now people going to want to see them play against each other.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Well, I also think, and it's always been my stance, and some people don't agree with me, but it's fine. And I always tell people, I'm like, you don't understand women, because if you understood women, you would understand that like this is what we do. Like Diana Taurasi is basically letting Caitlin Clark know, great, this is good for you, kudos, you look great. However, now you have to come and play against us. Like, great, good job, but we don't care
if she get to work in them.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. And now I feel like we are all watching. You know what I mean? Like now we're like, well, when do they play? Well, what about this beef?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They just doing that to drive the numbers up.
Did you see? All their games are going to be televised.
Right.
Yeah, they doing the smart thing now. They finna drive the views up off controversy.
Exactly.
And fake beefs.
And everybody's like, Diana Taurasi needs to stop hating. Like what do they want? They want the women's game to grow, but yet she's hating on her. I'm like, she's actually not. This is actually helping because you're talking about it.
Even if it is a little bit of hate, let her hate. Everything don't got to be good job.
Dude, she got 31 points.
Well, and the thing is, the thing that happens is it's like they always say like women don't support women, like women are terrible, women can't support women. I'm like, are you kidding me? I love this. I can support both of them. I love this. Go edit. Who cares? It's competition. I watch the UFC. I'm literally doing everything in my life right now so that on Saturday I can sit in front of the TV and watch all the prelims for UFC 300 and then watch like the pay-per-view event. And the women that are fighting talk like this to each other too. This is normal. I don't understand why it's such a big deal.
Did you see that question in the chat?
30 points, bro.
What's the question? Y'all think Charlie O will run 125 yards? If Charlie Alfredall
Prime said that
is in the game,
don't believe what Prime say, bro.
Wait, Prime said what?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Prime said what?
What he said?
I thought somebody said Prime.
Get a ball to Charlie 25 times, 150 yards.
Wait,
who are they in the game?
To Charlie 25 times
in the game?
Yeah, he said that in the well off. He said that.
He tripping. Nah, he tripping.
You know Charlie ain't playing, bro.
He said Charlie a dog. If I get a ball to Charlie 25 times, he'd have 150 yards.
That's how you lose the team.
10 yards.
But you know he lying though, right? I know.
Yeah, that nigga lying to his team.
But who in their right mind will give Charlie the ball 25 times?
That's the problem. Like who would though?
This is why I have trust issues. Because so there's two sides of that. If I believe that Prime is joking and he's just talking, but he's calling him a dog, then why would I think he's telling the truth when he's talking about somebody else?
Well, here's the thing: why are you calling him a dog, but then calling him a walk-on?
Right, give him a scholarship then. This is why I got trust issues. I'm feeling triggered
about them meetings. Like,
told y'all, man, I don't believe what Prime be saying half the time, man.
Hell no.
I don't believe what he be saying either.
Yeah,
but listen, Charlie go out there every day and make the defense look foolish, though.
That was crazy to me.
And isn't so? But is Charlie a 3? Like, Who
He
is
said
he
Charlie
going
Harper.
against when he's going against?
He going against the starters.
Oh my God, no.
He doing this against
Are
starters,
you
but
kidding me right now?
When he scored that touchdown, Shiloh on the field, Cam Silver, Craig on the field, all the starters
all
on
the
the field.
starters.
Bro, if that's what Charlie Offerdahl is doing to them, what
He
do
needs
you
to leave.
think all the top what do you think all the running backs
What you
gonna do
think
to you?
Ollie gonna do? What you gonna think RJ gonna
Ollie went
do?
for
Devin.
Ollie went for 300 against West Virginia. What you think he gonna do to Colorado?
They probably went for 320.
Why do we have well-off videos where we're even showing Charlie Offerdahl?
Cause they want to show the walk-ons and people like that love, I guess. I don't know.
I'm stuck on these fucking white cornerbacks. That's what I'm stuck on.
That low-key been getting on my
Pissing me
nerves.
off. I ain't gonna lie.
They trying to find the next Cooper DeJean.
Hey,
This man said, Charlie, you know what?
Charlie there for the vibes. Facts.
I have so many
he
things
really
to say
is.
about that, but
That's a fact, man. Yeah,
Charlie, Charlie trying to take a nigga spot who deaf for the vibes.
man.
Was them running backs deaf for the vibes? Charlie trying to take his spot.
So what?
yeah, but how? So if you're gonna come out and say this, isn't that what you're setting up? Like, aren't you then saying, like, we're
because basically he was saying somebody on the team is complaining.
Yeah.
He was like, Charlie don't never complain about nothing.
so then stop talking about it and just give him the scholarship and let him be a part of the rotation if he's that great.
I mean, shoot,
I ain't gonna do that, man. I'll just be talking.
I think I know who they might target for the linebacker that they want in the portal.
We need two.
One of them is an HBCU guy. As soon as I saw him, I said, that look like he gonna go to Coach Brown.
Yeah, might as well just stop.
So we're still, you know what? Nope. Nope. I'm not going to do this.
It's a safety in the portal, but y'all can get that, little bro.
So if Coach Prime doesn't, we better get a good linebacker. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean,
a solid. And not somebody we have to go dig for film.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how else to say that because I don't believe in calling kids terrible. I don't believe in saying certain words, but it better be somebody that we can say, oh, he played for who? Oh, okay. Let me go look. Not he played for who? Oh, wait. Let me click. Let me look. Let me see. I don't want that guy. I don't want him.
You got to email him for his film.
What?
You got to email him for the film.
Right. I don't want to have to email for film. I want to be able to say, I'm making this up, but I want to be able to say, oh, okay, which game? Oh, okay, Texas and Alabama. Okay, let me go see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to see him. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, okay, LSU versus Alabama. What number is he? Like, I want to be able to see him. That's it.
I can't remember his name, but I know for sure he played for Tennessee State or something like that.
Yeah.
He played for what?
So we getting with the Eddie's key.
Tennessee State. And I think he had like 95 tackles last year.
You played for Eddie George?
Yeah, he played for Eddie George. Yeah, we getting Eddie's kids, man. Nah, bro, I'm done.
He in the portal. He had like 95 tackles, 4 tackles.
I told you, man. I told you, Risper's trying to put the CU in HBCU, man.
Sad, bro.
That's why I said I think he gonna go to Coach Brown.
Risper's bringing number fam, you niggas with him.
That's hilarious.
He ain't lying though, bro. Look who they got. They got number 4 mind niggas on the team, bro. Like,
Jonas, I hate you.
Niggas say he recruiting.
Risper's putting the CU in HBCU, man.
No, they'll say he's recruiting.
Nigga recruiting fucking HBCU niggas, bro.
I'm just telling you right now, I don't want to have to Google the guy. I want to be like, let me find that game on YouTube right now, and I can just go watch him. And he's coming to Colorado because a freshman has come in and is amazing, or whatever. Like that. Mm-hmm. That's the type of guy that I want.
Gotcha.
And I think anything less than that is we're just going to be what we're going to be. You know what I mean? Like in my next prediction video, I will say probably I'm just going to go 7-5, 6-6. Don't ask me how, why, when, who we're going to win to, who we're going to lose to. I don't have anything. I'm just going off of hope and hoping this shit works out because I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I have trust issues.
Hope is not a strategy.
The only
That's
strategy
hilarious.
I got is hope.
That's
That's what
hilarious.
Sean Lewis said.
I mean, what do you do?
I'm trying to.
How about they develop somebody?
Right now.
I'm just waiting. Somebody in the chat is eventually going to figure out who. I don't know. I get it's a process and I get all the things, but why did I just get a news report that Tom Brady said he's not opposed to a late season NFL return?
Yeah,
I saw that.
If you don't set yourself
what's his name? Nah, that ain't him. Let's see.
Jonas said he is putting an HBCU.
That is hilarious.
How y'all feel about Travis playing slot corner?
I guess it's cool. Do you think he can play slot?
I don't know. That's what they said today.
Yeah, I don't know if like what type of attributes do you need to have to play the slot pretty good?
That's a good question. Jonas, do you know the answer to that? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Jonas is done with it.
Wait, what you said?
Oh. Go. Can you ask him?
I was saying, how do you think Travis would do playing the slot? Like, what type of attributes do you need to play the slot pretty good?
Corner.
Quick feet. Being able to use the leverage because you don't have that much space. Because the offensive line right there to your left, and the other wide receiver, other cornerback right there to your right. So you don't have much space. Be able to use leverage, and I feel like he's gonna do good at it because most of the top receivers play up the slot.
What are you talking about in the Big 12?
No,
Most
just
top
all
receivers in
around.
the nation,
Oh,
bro.
you saying top period?
Yeah,
Yeah,
most of the top
all
receivers in the
around.
nation, they scheme them open, so they try to put them in the slot and get them from outside. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why he was saying him playing slot puts him on the best receiver.
Yeah.
Got you.
That makes sense. But do we think that that's a good idea?
He'll be able to stop them crossing routes.
Oh, well, yeah. That.
Okay. Well, we'll take it. Okay.
The crossing routes come from the slot.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah. Did you hear what he said about Cooper?
He said Cooper playing safety.
Yeah, and he said he's got a limited
because he's good at guarding tight ends. I don't know if I believe
Man,
that.
that's some bull.
Don't be that shit.
I don't know if I believe that, but
if Cooper is out there guarding tight ends, if he can't do nothing with Shamon Mateer, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing in the Big 12. Because they got some tight ends in the Big 12.
But Shamon didn't catch the ball on Cooper though.
Okay, that's good. What about what's the other tight end?
Savell Smalls look like a real tight end, bro.
That
I seen a couple clips of it. I said, okay.
Savell like a real tight end. He should have been playing tight end. He wasted all them years at defensive end.
He should have been playing tight end at Washington because that little nigga going off.
Yeah.
So who looks good? Like based off what you're seeing, who looks good out there?
Who's number 13?
That's the tight end, Savell Smalls.
Oh, that was Savell Smalls?
Oh,
yeah,
I thought that was Matt.
He looked like he slimmed down a little bit.
Yeah, that was Savell. Savell caught like 3 passes today on the well-off. I think anyway.
That's why I asked, because I see number 13 cooking people. I was like,
you're like, that guy looks amazing.
that's what I was saying. But you said that's
Savell looked good today. Otto looked good today.
Yeah.
LeJounte looked good today.
Yeah. The usuals look good today. Like
Benson looked good today too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him block.
They hate on Benson. Benson really might be one of the best offensive linemen they got, dog.
I
Yeah,
seen
that
I
nigga
seen
was
him block,
pancake.
and he pancaked
That shit is
somebody. They
listen.
said, "Bro,
That shit
chill
is a
out, bro."
mentality, bro. And Benson got that mentality nailed, bro. That shit is a mentality, dog. Like nigga, I'm about to run clean over you. That shit is a mentality, bro. I don't want no nice offensive lineman. Offensive line supposed to be the meanest niggas on the team, man.
Yeah, he pancaked somebody. And they said, "Bro, you doing too much, bro."
That was that was Keaton Wade. That was the twin.
Oh God, bro,
Yup.
that's hilarious, bro.
Benson might be one of the best offensive linemen they got, nigga.
Yeah, he looked pretty. He looked good in that. What was they doing? Run blocking?
That's why Savion jumped in the portal. You see Benson gonna take that spot.
No, I ain't mad at Savion. Shoot, this is my last year, and I got threats
I
around
don't
me.
blame. Listen, I don't blame none of them niggas for leaving, bro.
I don't either.
Because it
I
happened every
don't
team.
blame none of them niggas for leaving, bro.
USC just had somebody
Especially if
they
you got
just
one.
had.
Especially if you got 1 year left. Nah, go ahead on.
And especially like if you can see the writing on the wall that you're not going to start.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Before it's too late, go ahead and get up out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably had to graduate though.
Who?
Savion.
I mean, but do they make them do that now? I thought you could go in the portal and move as many times as you wanted to without graduating.
I think that was only for a few months. They suspended that rule.
Yeah, but I think it's still suspended. I didn't see the new court case come out.
Yeah, because they got a true freshman in the portal right now, nigga.
Yeah, I didn't see like they had somebody.
That's
somebody's
crazy.
in the portal that literally just
Like,
signed
no,
a
listen.
national letter
Nah,
of
listen.
intent.
The
Portal.
Listen, the dude came on campus when Jordan Seaton got on campus. He in the transfer
Right.
portal already.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
He came on campus in December and he already in I forget what school that is. He already in the transfer portal already.
What?
USC.
Yeah, I don't.
That's USC. That's USC. That's USC.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The USC dude.
No.
He was a what? Inside.
That nigga been on campus for 3 months. He already in the portal, man.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, I'm looking. I don't think that it's still suspended. So they
because Bell was trying to get the portal again. Bell just got in the portal last year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell, it didn't. Who's the tackle from Alabama?
Caden.
Yeah, he just got in, and went to Iowa, and then got back in to go back to
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's transferred to a school and back within what, like a 6-week time span, feels like.
As the grad transfer to play right away. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a court case.
You don't think that's what has to happen?
Right. There's a court case right now.
Yeah, you're right.
They brought to who I don't remember who it's at right now. And they said at the time they were just going to not litigate it. And because they're not going to litigate it right now, they can do whatever. Unless I'm wrong and they've come back and litigated it. I haven't seen any news break though that they have. So if that's the case, then they can go wherever they want to go. Because how can you let a freshman transfer, but you won't let a junior?
Yeah, I ain't gonna. That when I saw that and it said 2024, I said, "What the? What?"
That nigga literally got on campus at the same time Jordan Seaton came, bro.
Facts.
But see, Raheem, that goes back to what you asked me before. Like, if I had a son, would I let him go to Colorado? Absolutely. Because at any time that he wanted to get out of that, he could.
You're right.
So it's like, why not? Go roll the dice. Maybe it'll pay off for you, and maybe it won't. Yeah, unlimited transfer for now on that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And until they come back and say no.
Don't USC got is he a line? I can't remember if he was a linebacker or an edge rusher. I can't remember.
Who?
Romello Height from USC. He's still in the portal. So
can we look up film of him playing on the football field?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he can come to Colorado.
I'm not saying he coming to Colorado. I'm just thinking about certain players that's in the portal under that play linebacker, but I don't think he played linebacker. I think they using him on the edge. That's why I said I wasn't sure. But I know for sure that dude from Tennessee State is a linebacker, and he has some pretty good stats, but it's at Tennessee State.
Do you all think more about the guys that are going to enter the portal from our team, or do you think about more who's going to come to our team from the portal?
I think about who's going to come to Colorado rather than who's leaving, because they don't really. Let me rephrase this, because I was about to say something crazy. I was about to say they don't really got nothing that nobody really want for real. But then again, I can't say that because we never know. They could go somewhere else and then they be very good.
Be a star, yeah.
Yeah, the California linebacker too. He was cool. He was cool. I don't know about 70+ tackles.
Jonas, Jackboy, Raheem, what do y'all think? Do y'all think about who's going to leave, or do you think who we can get?
Who we can get?
Who we can get for sure.
Is there anybody that loses? Is there anybody that if they left, you would be like, oh hell?
Jim.
Who? Jimmy Horn.
Because I want him to stay.
Yeah, me too. I want everybody to stay.
Marion Miller, if he left, I'll be that'll throw me off.
I'm be like, Marion Miller goes into the portal.
I'm be like, yep.
That man gonna have so many freaking offers.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna be funny.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
He'll make a lot of money too.
He will.
That's a fact. But I don't think he's gonna go though.
I hope they should be taking care of him though. Like that's the thing. We shouldn't worry about the retaining of guys like that. Like he should be well taken care of.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't think he gonna go.
He should start. He should be starting.
The thing about him starting is that I think he plays the same position as the Will Shepherd, and that's who a lot of people are just giving the starting position up.
And that's the thing.
I don't know.
Will Shepherd is nice, but bro, he only had like 700 yards. And he cool, like
yeah.
He ain't nobody.
Didn't he have a lot of drops though?
Yeah,
he had the same amount of drops as I think they said Jimmy.
Like he cool. He a good player, but he ain't nobody to be like this dude. You developing this dude.
Yeah, he not good enough to lose to Marion.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, hopefully in this spring game they let Miller just go, just be the guy, and just
To me, Omarion looked like the best pure receiver on the team.
Now that's an interesting.
Yeah, like I think Will Shepherd. They say you're not gonna be there until what time?
To the fall. The summer.
To the fall?
To the summer. I meant fall. I meant fall camp.
Oh, okay. I was like,
he's gonna be there until the summer, which is that's cool. Like, but he still gotta. Yeah, I don't.
And can I just say, as a Texas fan who knows what it's like to have a really good receiver room, if they are both phenomenal, they can both play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, like, we don't I feel like sometimes, like, as fans, we're like, oh, that guy, and it's like great, but like the other guy can play too, because if they are both dominant and somebody else can't play because they're dominating, okay, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a terrible thing if they both end up being great. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be upset.
No, I think I was just saying, I people already assuming Will Shepherd is going to start over Omarion, and I don't see it that way.
I feel like they both going to start.
Yeah.
So, okay, if they do start, let's not even include Travis. Let's just, for a second, let's leave Travis where he's at. But if two of them start, and if you guys name 5 receivers, I swear to God, who are the other 2 receivers you would play?
Shit, LeJontay and Jimmy. Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Jimmy.
I want to see what those 2 freshmen are gonna look like too.
I'm
not saying they're gonna start, but I want to see.
Draylons and
I'm letting you know, Draylon a big ass Debo.
Yeah, that's what I saw on his film.
I seen that nigga in person. That nigga is big as fuck.
So we don't know then. So if we had 3, it would probably be then
It would probably be
Omarion,
Yeah, Marion. It'd be a Marion, Will Shepherd,
Travis
Johnson.
Hunter,
Yeah.
and then a third or a fourth. Because I'm not speaking into existence the other scenario where there's more than that, because that's disgusting. We're not doing that this year. We're gonna stay focused. We're gonna have 4 receivers. 4.
Yeah, Draylon Miller is for sure like a Devo Samuel type, for sure. Cause
Big body, use them different ways.
not yet.
Is he there right now?
No.
Nah.
Oh, he's the one that played basketball, right?
Both of them did.
Well, I thought he was there. Well, I think
he's still at
campus.
Sylvan. He's still at Sylvan.
Okay, so he must have just visited campus.
Yeah.
How did he look when he was? Did he look like how size wise?
In
like
person?
Yeah. What's the other guys? How did he look?
You talking about Cam?
Yeah. Like, did they look? Because my concern is always size.
Well, they said Draylon
they both got
is built like a big ass running back, but move like wide receiver. So
okay. My biggest concern is, so I watched the scrimmage thing on was that Saturday? And so that was the first time I watched these guys do anything other than what I've seen on like other people's shows. Mm-hmm. And so I was just sitting back and I was like, take this for what you will. I was like, God, they still look small to me. But maybe it's just me, because this is my first time kind of watching this and like kind of realizing what this is. The prime view gives me motion sickness. So I can't fathom, like it's moving too fast for me and it makes me nauseous. But the other, I'm like, okay, they kind of look small, but they look better than they did last year. So that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm like, I think they're better, maybe, but I'm just kind of like, okay. But I also have trust issues. So it's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, I would say that they definitely got some bigger dudes. They don't look as small as they did last year, but they still got some deficiencies at certain positions that is clear that they need some bigger people.
Yeah. Well, and again, like I'm obviously looking at this like through my, walking on the 40 acres, which is the University of Texas, right? Seeing certain things. So I totally get that my lens sometimes is a little bit different. But even still, like when I'm just watching the videos, even on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Twitter, sometimes I'm like, these are our guys. Okay. And then I'll go watch somebody else's video and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. We got this. We got this. 7-5. No 5 wide. We got this.
We're running. That's my prediction.
We're running the ball. We are running the ball. Yeah. And we're having Coop cover tight ends.
That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
It's kind of weird.
That's kind of crazy. Some of these tight ends they gonna face. Yeah, man.
We talked to him and we said, hey, do you want to reduce? We need you to take on a reduced role and we need you to cover safeties.
You know what those speeches are due for?
You said what?
Speeches will get them right. Give them a speech.
Not this.
Here we go with these speeches, man.
I'm concerned he's going to go into the portal.
Who, Cooper?
Yeah.
I would. I'm not sitting on the bench and got to sit in those meetings for those speeches.
Bro, I don't want to listen to some speeches every day, bro. That just comes from a player perspective. I do not want to hear that shit every day.
Bro, I said that last night. I was telling people, people don't want to hear that shit every day.
Hear that shit every day, bro. It's a new speech every day, bro. But can we just talk about what we fucked up on, Coach?
Can I say something that I don't think I've ever said publicly, but I've always thought this? Mm-hmm. And this is one of the reasons why I stopped watching Well Off, but whatever. I'm just going to say it. Who cares? We're here now. When I watch the videos, this is what I think is happening. I think the speeches are Coach Prime's hype moment, his moment. It's prime time. It's the man, the marketer, this is what I bring to the table. This is who I am. I have
It's Eric
products.
Thomas.
I'm this. Yeah. And then I think when you watch the footage, right, it is also if your kid decides to come here, you're going to get prime demand and then transition to football. And you're going to get, here's what we're going to do for you, blah, 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 blah. Here's the food we're going to serve you. Here's all the things we're going to, you know what I mean? And then the third part of the video, when it gets to like the talking and the flashy or whatever, it's like, and you could also live this life. So it's almost like this.
Like a brochure.
In my corporate America job, I would call it a story or storytelling so that somebody can see what you have to offer. It's almost like you're painting this picture and you're telling the story. It's like, it's storytelling because the end result is these are all the different things you're going to get when you come to Colorado. And but my point is to me, that's not, it's like, that's business. And I don't know if that's football. So that's why for me, it's like, I feel like sometimes I'm watching a business pitch as opposed to watching football. Does that make sense?
So imagine when you're losing 6 games in a row and you're getting speeches and then they going on Instagram and you got to hear it again. Then they going on YouTube. Then they going on Twitter. Everybody getting these speeches and we lost 6 games.
Yeah.
The motivation ain't working.
Yeah. And so that's why sometimes for me, I'm like, and it's tricky because as a businesswoman, I also understand it because what business school teaches you in any level will say, anytime you have a chance to market yourself, you take it and you market yourself. That's actually the name of the game is if you have an opportunity, you use it. If you have a platform, you use it. So I get it.
It's just social proof. That's all he's doing. He's trying to get
but
social
for me, I'm like, but is that, I don't want to, I have to deal with that all day. I don't want to then deal with it in my leisure time where I'm like, oh, this again. I just sat in a meeting with men that were doing this.
That's why I said last night, if you go to the well-off videos, you'll see the players rolling their eyes and shit. People are tired of that.
Yeah, nobody want to hear that shit all day, bro. I wouldn't want to hear that shit all day. I'll fall asleep.
Bro, that shit is so self-serving. Because he can't wait to put it right on the... His speeches be on there before the well-off videos be on there.
But that's why I think it's like there's 3 parts of this. It's his moment. It's like it's his. And then let me just say, on some levels, maybe it should be because I'm watching it to consume the football. But he's saying, screw how you want to consume it. I'm gonna give you what I want to give you. You know, so like it's like that weird thing where it's like I can understand what you're doing and I can still not like it. And I can still support you. You know, it's like I'm not going to like everything that you do. Anybody, for that matter. Hell, half the time there's things that I do, and I'm like, why did you just do that?
I hate it when Dan Lanning did it.
Shit, maybe Dan Lanning was right.
Well, but you know what I think? I think Dan Lanning was right, and I think it was a missed opportunity not to lean into that.
I agree.
I think it was a miss.
He should have doubled down.
100%. He should have made a hoodie that said clicks and views with a Nike check with Prime on it and sold the hell out of them.
But only reason why he probably couldn't have because the relationship with Phil Knight and Prime and
because Nike deal and shit. Yeah,
the politics get into it.
But don't get twisted. I would have bought that jacket.
That's funny.
I would have bought that.
Yeah, it's funny.
You know, the missed opportunity is they need to schedule each other non-conference.
Wait, what you mean?
Who needs to schedule who?
Colorado?
Yeah,
man, no.
That's a money. If you're talking about business,
blowout again, business.
I don't want to. Respectfully,
I don't blowout, bro.
I don't want to see.
Well, I mean, I guess they doing that. I guess that's why they gave us a repeat of Nebraska and Colorado State because those.
Somebody need
that. Imagine if Oregon played Colorado this year, but that's a blowout, bro.
Oh yeah,
it's a blowout.
Because who's sticking Evan Stewart right now? You can't put Travis on him.
Who's sticking anybody?
That's
all Diddy.
Like
Like honestly, it's some people who feel like they got an elite secondary. It's some
bro.
people that feel like they got a good secondary. And I'm like, bro, some
I
of these
would,
teams y'all play, who gonna guard some of these people?
Okay. Now let Colorado play against Texas, and who they sticking? You ain't sticking Javante Cook. You ain't sticking Matthew Jones.
Some people think who has the best cornerback room.
You said what?
Some people think who has the best cornerback room.
No, not even cornerback. I'm talking about secondary. Period.
Who?
Some people feel like Colorado
fans.
has a very good
Oh,
secondary.
Colorado. Oh,
Yeah.
it's levels. It's levels
And
to
I'm
this
like,
shit.
bro, some of the teams y'all played, bro, who gonna guard some of these people? Because y'all
but
got
no, but that's
we
just
give
it.
y'all Travis.
That's just it. My next video, I think my next video, I don't really be knowing what's coming out. But it's about talking about like how as like fans often only talk about what they're doing. They don't even know what anybody else is doing.
Right.
Well,
So because of what they're doing looks so good and looks so crisp, and these guys look so big. Yeah, it's like our 6'3" receiver looks so good, and we're like, okay, I'll see your 6'3" receiver, and I'll raise you a 5-star 6'4" faster one. Who are you picking?
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole thing. When I hear stuff like that and I see it online, I'm like, bro, do y'all not understand what some of these other people got?
It's an echo chamber.
like
bro, what do you like? Y'all need
back,
some of them really need to look at some of these other teams play and look at their roster, look at some highlights. Like, really do your research on some of these teams. They got some people,
bro. If
research?
they realize
you say research,
yeah.
Go ahead. Do you realize what?
Also, if they realize the backups and scout teams for some of these universities is good enough to start at Colorado,
Right. Well, and like I always say, and all of this is okay.
Yep.
Because we're building, and that's the thing. It's like anytime I've been on a weight loss journey now for, I don't even know what day this is, day 194. I don't know. But when I started, okay, I couldn't do much of anything. I was like, this sucks. My legs got the tingling feeling, all the things. I was terrible. And then I moved up and I was like, now I can do 3 sets of 15 squats. And I really thought I was doing something. That was great for me at that time. But now I would laugh at myself if I was like, I did 3 sets of 15. That's great. But girl, progress, and that's all we're saying is that's good. You're getting better. You're going to be better. Great. But
you probably wasn't recording yourself saying you was coming and you was gonna be the best.
Hell no.
You probably wasn't doing all that though.
No. However, I'm gonna be real with you. I was saying that shit on Sunday. I was like, this bikini body is coming, okay? Okay. I was like, my moment is coming. I don't care what anybody has to say. So, but I feel you. I wasn't. I was like, no, I'm going to sit back here. I'm going to play my role and I'm going to shut up. And I'm just going to keep grinding, keep working out. And but we all do that. We all have examples of that. You're in school. And after you finish your first class, you weren't like, oh yeah, this is it. You were like, I got to keep going.
Hey.
I don't know. CU does have a better secondary than most teams in the Big 12, other than those at the very top. So what are we saying?
Which means they're in the mid-tier.
I don't even think y'all looked at Kansas secondary, bro.
I think
they have looked at Kansas secondary because a lot of guys on Twitter want what's his name, Kobe?
He not transferring at all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but again, that shows you that they do know, and when it's convenient, they'll acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying they have the worst secondary in the Big 12. I'm not saying that, but I'm also not saying they got the best.
Right.
Meaning that they're in the middle, along with the other people that are in the middle.
Yeah, y'all mid.
See, bro.
And you know what? I don't think mid is a bad.
There's nothing wrong with being in the middle.
There's nothing wrong with being mid.
Nothing.
Ain't no wrong with being mean. You just need a little tune up. You feel me?
Last year I would have taken mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit.
last year y'all was barbecue chicken everywhere.
I would have taken mid. I would have
Look,
loved
Like,
mid.
look,
bruh,
guy in the Big 12 last year. Texas would have ran it.
man, if they was in the Big 12 last year, they probably would have been in a Cincinnati or Baylor situation,
Yeah, they didn't.
Texas
winning
would
3
have
games.
shit up, man. I would have been laughing my ass off.
Yeah. I purposely don't talk about if Colorado played Texas because that. What are
Bruh.
we talking about?
Yeah,
What are we actually talking about?
Imagine this year, Texas.
No, I would no. Like no, because that would be like me going to get a pit bull and being like, maybe you can beat the Chihuahua, or the Chihuahua being like, okay, go, ready. There's always a chance, but so we have a question. Let me see.
What it say?
For the panel, how many penalties will Benson get this year? He's exactly what CP wanted Lyman with the mean streak.
He's gonna get by like 9.
He gonna have a couple of them.
Whole season 9.
You think 9?
I'm gonna go with 5.
I think he'll probably get 1 a game.
Nah, I feel like Colorado, he gonna get 3. That Colorado State game, he gonna get 3.
Yeah, you think he gonna take out his anger?
Yeah. I think the Colorado State game, he gonna get more than 1. It's probably gonna be like 2 or 3.
I think so. Unpopular opinion to a lot of probably people that watch football. I don't mind when offensive linemen get penalties because of certain things. Like if you're holding to keep from my quarterback getting demolished.
Yeah.
Not repeatedly, obviously, but like if something happens and you're like, oh crap, I'm beat, and you grab a guy, okay, I'll take it.
Well,
or you know what I'm saying? Or like if you're showing kind of like your toughness.
It depends on the situation. Like,
yeah, exactly. I might accept some of those, but like if you're just out there, getting beat over and over and over and false starting over and over and over, like I have a problem with that. I don't like false starts at all.
Because if that hold takes back a 15-yard run, then it's kind of like fucked up.
Well, if we're running, hopefully you're not holding.
In theory, yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like. But then again, like one would argue they hold on every play. One would argue.
Yeah, it's definitely they just got to call it because most people hold. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just want and I mean at this point, this is gonna sound terrible, but because of what I saw last year. I mean, at this point, if somebody does sack Shador and one of our offensive linemen gets pissed and shoves the guy across the field, I actually might clap for that 15-yard penalty. I might be like, you know what? It's about time. Just because we didn't see that last. Did any offensive lineman get a penalty defending Shador last year?
Probably 1. That was Tank.
Yeah, probably 1.
So it's like. You can't, like if one of those guys gets up, like I said, and demolishes somebody because they late hit Shador or something like that, cool. They might be my favorite lineman that week because nobody did it. Like, come on. Like, you can't, you don't get to my quarterback over and over and over and me be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But. Oh, gosh.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
No, I'm watching the game.
Oh, who's playing?
No, it's an old game.
Oh.
It's an old Big 12 game.
Oh, did you watch that volleyball match?
No, I got it in my watch later.
Just thank me later.
Got you.
Because there's some pretty girls in it.
It's Texas. We already know.
There's some pretty girls. It's a good game too, though. Well, it's really not a good game, but it is like you'll see what I'm saying just about like athletes and how much faster and quicker they were. They were just better.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we have multiple penalties in the CSU game.
Tell y'all, bro,
they want that get back.
That's gonna be the game where I feel like Prime just gonna let everything out. He ain't gonna trip.
He not gonna trip about nothing.
You know what would actually, well, yeah. In a way, I almost want them to have the exact opposite response.
You just want them to
Like,
play a clean game.
yep.
Nah,
In a way, if they start with you, go, whatever, that's cool. I
Or
don't
you
want,
saying
like,
just talk
I
about the
want,
game stuff.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I want us to be the team that is like, we're so solid that we're not worried about you, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're coming in here to beat your ass.
I'm letting you know
Basically.
now. If they start with Colorado Prime, I ain't gonna let them do it. I'm telling you. He type of coach be like, don't fall into it, and then niggas don't fall into it, and teams start whooping them, and then all of a sudden they want to turn up. So
Well, and that's what I'm saying is like, I don't think,
he's that type of coach, man. That's why I don't believe him.
but not only that, Jack Boy, I don't think we're built for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some teams thrive off of that grit and that fu and that, you know what I mean? Some teams, like, if you get them started, they are better because they're ready. I don't know if that's who we are. So I'm concerned. That's it. But I could be wrong. Like, we actually could be, somebody said dominate. We actually could be the dominate type of team. And the second you do something to us, we're ready to go. Maybe. To be honest, I just want them to go out and beat them so bad that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that should be a blowout. Well, I thought last year was gonna be a blowout, and then they had to fight back.
And it was like, oh God, oh
But
God.
I do think they're gonna beat CSU pretty bad. They should.
And I hope they do.
Yeah. If
I just don't
Corey
know.
Horton had messed around and have another game like how he had against Colorado, oh Jesus, man.
I just don't know if we can play with that much emotion. It's hard to play with that much emotion. I mean, obviously I never played football, but I played volleyball. And I remember when we played those teams that we didn't like, some of us could withstand that emotion and we could carry it every point, everything. We were good. But some of our girls couldn't. And so it was actually easier for us just to be like, hey, let's just beat these bitches. Let's just forget all of that. And I don't know what kind of team we have. So I just want us to win.
I ain't gonna. They got a couple crash outs. I ain't gonna lie.
They got a crash out, but
they got a couple of them, but they not a team full of them. To
if you
win
got a
those
bunch of
type of games,
crash
you
outs
need to have a
together,
team
oh
full
my
of them.
God.
Yeah.
If you got a bunch of crash outs together, boy,
Yeah,
don't give.
they can drive off games like that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like okay, for example, I remember this is kind of funny. I remember before I won't tell the Texas Alabama again, but I remember this year when we went to play in Alabama, and one of the videos that Texas released on Twitter was of Quinn Ewers looking at one of the Alabama guys and being like, I don't care. Like, okay. And I knew then he was ready to go because he was basically like, that's cool. You can do that. We're about to beat y'all. So it's fine. And then the whole game, they continued to talk trash. They kept that same energy. And I was like, see, that helped them. But I also saw the year before when they tried to do that and it didn't help them. So that's why I'm like, I hope we know who we are and do and act accordingly and win.
Yeah.
So whoever we need to be, let's be that and let's win. I want to win. Let's start tampering the players in the portal.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
You said let's start tampering the players.
Let's go all in. Okay. Listen, somebody from Colorado is listening to this right now. Reach out to me and tell me who I need to reach out to. Okay.
That's funny.
I will never post it anywhere. I will never take credit for recruiting anybody. I will never anything. Reach out to me and tell me who I need to go tamper with, okay? Because we need players. I will take the bullet. I will do it for us. Just reach out to me. I got some home girls too, so reach out. We can make this happen, okay? I know girls that are in college right now. Reach out to me. Let me know who we need. Just Send me a message. Send a smoke signal. Oh, wait. Somebody said, but before that, we're going to Nebraska and eat some corn. Yeah, like that.
That's going to be the hardest game.
That's another tough game.
Yeah, it's wild. They're back to back. Jen
Yeah.
J, you feel me? Just holla, like, let me know. Let me know. Let me know who we need to go tamper with. I'm just saying, you know?
Yeah, that Nebraska game is 50-50 for me. I can't really tell, like, because I'm kind of, I don't know. That's why I say it's 50-50.
Yeah. You know what's, it's actually interesting because it's like, I know what I want them to do, but it's like, I almost feel like no matter what I say, I'm not going to believe or trust anything I really say, because it's like, I want to see them play North Dakota State, because I kind of want to see it. Like, are we actually going to run the ball? Are we actually going to be physical, stronger, bigger? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see that.
Ooh. Yeah, that game is gonna be. Yeah, the North Dakota State game is gonna.
It's gonna show a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna show a lot. Like if they go out there and dominate against certain stuff that North Dakota runs, then I'll be like, okay, cool. But another thing about that North Dakota State thing is
Time,
a
man.
lot of teams, some teams that they play got ties to North Dakota State, and they're gonna adjust to what North Dakota State didn't do.
Facts.
And some of the other teams, they also run the same defense as North Dakota State.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's so many little stuff that's
the game within the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing I'm going to be looking for there's a lot of things. A win is one, but obviously I need us to be able to stop the run, because if we can't stop the run against North Dakota State, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So that's a huge one. And the second thing I'm looking for is, can we get a sack? Like, is it, like not just pressure, not like, can we get a sack? And I think we should be able to get multiple. So I'm not saying we should, get 7 or 5, but I do believe we should get at least 2. And I want to see if we're able to actually control the line of scrimmage. And then, like I said, that will show me a lot. But right now, I just don't know. So
they're gonna get some sacks and stuff like that for sure.
Hell, I thought that last year too. So that's why I have trust issues.
I did not think that. They didn't have who they like. They D-line now. I like it.
So they lied to me last time. So they lied, basically.
Yeah, I don't even know why you got that.
Told y'all, man.
In your head from last year.
Jack Boy, what's your record prediction?
I said 75. It might go 6-6. I ain't gonna need cap.
Yeah.
Say 75, 6-6. Because I got them losing against Texas Tech. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
I just need, like I said, I just need them to win. So let me know if you need me to do any tampering. Listen, somebody's got to do it. Here's the thing. Everybody has a role to play. And
your role is going to be the tampering.
Sometimes you just need some outside help. Sometimes. It's okay. We're all.
Said you believe. That's what I was saying. They didn't have nobody on that line, on that D line, that made me say, "Oh yeah, they're gonna get some sacks."
No, but my point is I was told that we got some dogs.
Nah, see, that's when you got to use discernment.
I was told we had some dogs.
Once he start calling people, everybody pros, and then not playing, I said, yeah, he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told y'all, man, stop believing it, man.
Oh yeah.
When they beat, I feel like the whole season I was actually lying to myself. And you know how you kind of know when you're lying to yourself, when you're like, I've been eating healthy, I don't know why I'm losing weight, and you're like, no, I haven't. Like, I haven't. I was lying to myself all year. I'm like, yeah, the first game we gave up a lot of sacks, but that's okay. It's the first game. Yeah, the second game, like every game I had an excuse ready. It was lined up. I'm like, yeah, but so-and-so's coming back. Yeah, but what
No,
about this?
certain games, I was like, yeah, they're gonna lose them games. Like the Stanford game, I thought they was gonna win. And then my
Go.
mom,
They should have won.
that's what I'm saying. Like I was watching it with my mom, and she was like, "They gonna lose." I said, "Mom, why would you say that? They not gonna lose. They up by such and such." And then as the game kept going on, I'm like, "Oh my god, no, no!"
Man, I went to sleep, woke up, lost. I said, how?
Like, bro,
You know what's actually terrible is that I remember that night, and then because I was talking, of course, I'm talking trash. Like, we're up 29-0. Who doesn't talk trash when they're up 29-0?
mm-hmm.
And then I think I could be wrong. So I was talking trash, and then obviously we lost. So then all my Texas friends were like, "Here you look, great, like way to go, like your team's out here killing it." And I'm like, "Screw you." And then the funny thing though is the very next week, Texas almost let the University of Houston come back and beat them. And they blew like, I think, a 21-point lead or 21 or 24-point lead or whatever. And it was funny because it was like my get back. And so I was kind of like, oh, isn't this interesting?
It was like 21-7, and then they scored again 28, and I was like, damn, I'm finna leave that hoe.
Yeah, it was right. It was like you were like, what? Yeah, and with the terrible spot, quite frankly, U of H should have won that game.
Facts.
You know, but I remember, so it was like, it's that game will always, in a weird way, I will always think U of H for that game, because literally a week later I was able to be like, oh, what just happened? Like, how did we blow this lead? Like,
they should have quarterback sneaked the shit out that ball.
Yeah.
How, or I don't know. Let me think. Run the ball. Run.
Do something.
We had Malik. You know what? Nope.
Don't do it.
Nah, he couldn't even stop the run. Nobody could stop nothing.
This is why I have trust issues with these coaches. You have your backup quarterback in against a team that you're better than, you're faster than, all of
you throw the ball.
And you're throwing the ball. And you have Jonathan Brooks.
All you gotta do is give it to Jonathan and Cedric. And they was hitting the holes. It wasn't like they wasn't. They was getting the pop.
They're gonna go crazy.
And Sark was like, nah, no, we're gonna pass. Why don't we just pass it?
And almost sold the game.
Somebody in the comments
said, they almost sold against Kansas State too.
Yeah, I seen that game. That game was crazy.
And for the same reason, run the ball.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's 24/7?
Somebody in the comment section said, "Did you?" Yeah, that.
Yeah, my battle cry is always run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And then when it's not working, run the ball more. You can't not run the ball. Have you checked out Buffett Prime? I don't watch player analysis stuff.
They only show like the players, like they only show the player when they playing against a good team. They don't show like the whole film.
Yeah, that's why I don't like watching film. I also feel like that I don't want that guy. I want a better version of that film. So it's like I don't even want to get in my head those. I don't want him. You know what I mean? Like when the season starts, I like to watch film because then I'm like, okay, from game 1 to game 2, you can kind of see. But I don't want to watch film on a team when I know the team was terrible and the end result in the game was a loss. That doesn't move me. But that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I saw like how Michigan kind of ran their way all the way to the championship, I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
Simple. It's
that's
so
crazy,
simple.
Bro.
It's simple.
Like,
And that's why Michigan beat Alabama, is because they can stop the run. Here's what I don't understand about coaches. And now I know I have trust issues, so I get triggered. But part of your defensive success comes from stopping the run. Anybody that watches football will tell you that, right? Like that's how do you win a game? Well, first, we have to stop the run. Everybody says that. So you're telling me you know that because you say that, but then when you get on offense, you don't run? Make it make sense. Why? This frustrates me.
man,
So that's why I'm saying, like, if I see Colorado play North Dakota State and I don't see run plays, I'm going like I can't trust it because come on. We know.
That's just bad, man.
So that's all I'm saying. And some people will be like since I started a YouTube channel or whatever, and people can email me, like I get the strangest emails. But some people are like, what do you know about football? What do you know about this? I'm like, what do you know? You're in my email asking me what I know. What do you know? So, anyways, okay, I'm triggered. I'll calm down. It's fine.
No, yeah, it was crazy. Like I watched some of the Michigan games, and I actually liked how they played. I'm not gonna lie. Like some people would say it's a boring style, but
Boring game, yeah.
it helped them win.
It helped. That's how Georgia won. That's how Bama used to win. They just ran the ball.
And when I start seeing a lot of them teams that won, they use their tight end a lot.
Yep.
Like a bunch. Like Michigan used their tight end a lot. Like it was one game where the tight end had more yards than the doggone wide receiver because he kept getting open.
That's why I'm like, I don't want to hear anybody say 5 wide. I'm not interested.
Mm-mm.
I'm just not interested.
They're not going 5 wide. They're not.
The other thing is too that makes it why right now I'm like, I think Texas should beat Michigan, but I'm concerned because we have to be able to stop the run. And right now, one of our weaknesses is our defensive line.
I feel like Michigan just gonna kill the clock, time management, run the ball.
Right. And I think running the ball, like we can compete there. That's not my thing. My question is, can we stop the run? I don't know the answer to that yet. Jack, boy, you going to the spring game?
Which spring game?
The UT spring game? I think I'm gonna go up there. I think I'm gonna go up there with some athletes.
It's only one game I'm going to see them play, and that's against Georgia. Got my ticket.
Okay.
Texas plays Georgia?
Yep.
In Austin.
And I hope both of them come in
Austin?
undefeated.
Yeah. Jack, boy, you should email me and let me know. Have you already got your tickets?
Not yet. I got
okay. Well, when it gets closer, let me know.
All right.
But it's we play.
You giving free tickets?
What?
So my cousin, she work up there, so it's like I'm trying to see if she can give me some.
Have you already asked her?
She said she is still waiting.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say, make sure you ask right now. One of the things. So this year, Texas plays. I think the 3 teams I'm worried about is Michigan, Georgia, and do we play Ole Miss?
I think.
And then obviously, then on top of that, we have our standard Oklahoma, and then I'm super excited to play A&M. Like it's like I grew up on that rivalry, so I'm just excited that it's back.
Okay. That's great. Michigan versus Texas is gonna look weak.
That's gonna be one of them slow games. I can tell, bro. So Michigan gonna run the ball because they ain't got no weapons. So it's like no JJ McCarthy. They just gonna run the ball, bro. I can tell they gonna slow that passing game down, run the ball, kill the clock, keep that offensive tick on the field, and just do that.
So I lied. We don't play Ole Miss. So we play Colorado State first, and then it's Michigan,
Blowout.
UTSA, LA. ULM,
Blowout.
Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and then Texas A&M. So I think when I made my video, I had us going like 11-1. But I kind of was like, but 10-2 kind of sounds more like a Texas prediction because we be bullshitting sometimes. So, and even like I, as a fan in the SEC year one, I would be happy with like a 9-3, 10-2. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Y'all schedule not really that hard.
No, that's what you've heard me say this a million times. We've been like this for so long. It's time to see what we're going to do. You know, we put up or shut up. Same way I treat Colorado. You should see how I talk about the University of Texas. Because
people don't, bro, they do stupid shit at the wrong time.
You see what I'm saying? And like we be doing stupid. Not only do we do stupid shit, we all know the stupid shit is coming. We see it. We see it. And it's like, oh, hell. So that's, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just excited that, I'm excited that we're back, and I'm excited to just see like what that means for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could be back and then be terrible.
That's a good 10-2 team.
Huh?
That's a good 10-2 team.
Yeah, I mean we should. But just think about, so I don't think last year all three of my teams won in the same week. I don't think last year I ever had a weekend where I could celebrate a Colorado victory, a Texas victory, and a Steelers victory. And all year I was like, one weekend it has to happen.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm like, it never. So, and that's why I'm like, I feel like I always, I was talking to my mom and dad because I like try to like go to dinner with them or whatever. And I was saying, I'm like, why do I always pick the dysfunctional teams? Like, why do I always pick the teams that like, anyways.
So Michigan, all
Michigan
their receivers.
has,
No, they
here.
don't. They don't got all them receivers coming back.
I got all their receivers coming back.
Roman left. The
Right.
Johnson dude left.
The QB play.
What did he say? Hold on. Let me
He
see.
said the QB
How about
play.
that?
Quarterbacks are fast and durable, not to mention the QB play. Ooh. I don't know about that, bro.
I don't know.
But here's what I tell people. Texas receivers are solid. Texas running backs are solid. I'm not worried about that. And quarterback for quarterback, whoever they got, I think, okay, cool. Again, it's our D line. Can we make like, because last year that was one thing we were really good at, was stopping the run.
Yeah, it was y'all front seven. And then it was just secondary. Like
Secondary is trash.
Yeah,
Sorry. I don't want to say trash. Secondary needed some work.
Bro, like
barbecue chicken.
Bro.
You know what?
You knew your secondary was trash when they pulled Malik into the starting lineup like late. What, Houston game? I was like, yeah, this shit crazy.
And it was like everybody. You know, sometimes you're like, okay, cool. We only need to like figure out the right side of the field or left side of the field. Or, you know what I mean? Like
it was everybody. Safeties. They were switching safeties like every week, bro.
It was bad. It was bad. That's why when people are like, that's why when people say anything about Texas, I laugh because I'm like, oh, trust me, if you really knew how bad it was, like if you really watched my team, you would have a lot more to say than this because it was bad. It was bad. What did he say? We have to go 2-1 with Michigan. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Wow. That's what I think. Yeah, I agree with that.
I want Texas to be undefeated.
If Texas beats Georgia, I'm going to be freaking bearable for a week. I might go live every single day just to be like, hey, only here to say, like, Texas beat Georgia. I don't know if you guys remember.
That's hilarious.
I ain't glad they beat Georgia. I'm rushing the field.
Everybody in Austin's gonna rush the field.
I'm going on that field, bro. I don't care, bro.
Yeah,
Georgia, because Georgia still got a good bit of their players.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I want them. That's why I want Georgia and Texas going that game undefeated, so it can be like a night game, late night, last game at night.
Yeah.
So
Everybody
and therefore, yeah, I agree. And that's one of the things I think Texas has going for them is I think that college football wants to see that too. And I think because let's be real, these refs, they have a say in what happens and how things are called and stuff like that. Like what a great matchup. What would they be, like 7-0 versus 7-0 in Austin at night? Like a dominant program and a program that wishes to be dominant. Like you can write the storylines.
Oh, what's up, Dino?
That's gonna be a good game, man.
Yeah. So, but again, they just have to take care of business.
Go dog.
Yeah.
Moments.
Listen, I respect that, but I'm telling you right now.
I don't know who Georgia DBs, but yeah.
No, they got. I want to say they got most of their DBs still there, except
if that
Bullard
game
and other dude.
I don't think they still got that safety. I think he gone.
Bullard is going to the league.
Yeah,
Bullard, he gone.
I think Stark's still there.
Yeah, Stark's still there. It's another dude they had that was a safety that's still there.
I know they brought that freshman in.
Is anybody I want to hear, like, I wish that I could find people from each team that Texas is going to play and that Colorado is going to play. And I want to talk to them about their team. You know what I mean? Because you know how, like, we can talk about, like, Colorado, we can talk about, like, Texas, like, we can talk about, like, our teams. I wish I could find somebody that is with those teams because I want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear how they talk about, like, their guys. Like, who do they think their guys are? What do they know?
I get a lot of ideas sparked when I watch certain other people's channels. Theirs is a little more like commercial. It's not like this.
Yeah.
It's like they got somebody that they know, they work for a certain company and they can talk about this certain team. They got certain connections to the team. Like the little Locked On series, like it'd be like Locked On Buffs, Locked On Baylor, Locked On Raiders and stuff.
Oh, they do that everywhere?
Yeah.
That's how I get to know a little bit about certain teams, and they mention some of their young players and some players that they think is on the rise and stuff like that.
I like that stuff because, like, again, because I like research. I feel like that's how you find out. You know, like everybody knows about Travis Hunter. That's great. But if somebody that didn't know anything about Colorado like came and listened to something, I wonder if they would walk away going, oh wow, I didn't even know that guy or that kid or that, you know, because you can't possibly know somebody else's team in such depth.
Yeah, unless you do your research.
Right. Well, but to talk about it and to know like where they came from, what they usually do, what people are saying about them, like, you know what I mean?
How the heck did they do that?
I'm all ears. Surfer Boy is a GA guy and he is coming to the game. Get with him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Surfer Boy, he's a Georgia Bulldogs fan.
Yeah, see, I want somebody else that's like a fan of their team, and I just want to listen. I want to hear the thoughts. I want to hear players I should be aware of. But I guess maybe really it doesn't matter until like after this transfer portal debacle happens. Yeah. And then like once it's kind of closer to season, because I feel like so many things can happen between now and the season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how I get to know about certain stuff, like going to other channels and then just
looking at their roster and looking at some names that were mentioned, and some look at the people who were conference players, honorable mention.
Yeah.
Look at their recruiting class that they got coming in.
Yeah.
That's how I've known to throw some names out when they mention certain teams.
And see, the way I watch sports is like I want to be able to go on YouTube and be like so and so versus so and so. And I don't like highlights. I want to watch the entire game and I want to see like what stands out to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell people like I'm not an X's and O's woman. Like I've never claimed to be. Although sometimes I think it's really cool. That's not where I shine. I'm more of a, okay, let me see them line it up and then let me kind of tell you what I'm seeing, Okay, 42 does this all the time. And then I can kind of break it down, but that's how I consume it. And then I'm like, okay, well, we have this and they have that. I can tell you right now, this doesn't look good. We don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
So, but that's how like my evaluation with CU, that's why I'm like, I knew immediately what was happening in Big 12, and I knew immediately what I saw CU get, and I'm like, something about this, I'm not seeing it yet. So, Dana, I have trust issues.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, when you mentioned the Big 12, I watched maybe a game, and then you was like, do your research on some of these teams. So I start, looking at certain stuff, and I'm like, ooh. I like what CU got coming in, but man,
well, a lot of people don't
oh
even
no,
get Big 12 pass happy.
Oh gosh, what's happening? Oh God, sorry.
What happened?
I was trying to share my screen, and that didn't work, so I'm not going to do that again. I do agree.
Yeah, I saw that, Vizzy.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't even realize Big 12 pass happy before they became a run happy.
Facts. The running thing is new.
That's why
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes had games where he was throwing consistently for 600 yards, which is crazy. That's insane.
Yep. And then I think the Big 12 realized if we could win games running, why don't we just run? Our quarterback's not that great anyway.
Yeah, like what team was it? Oklahoma State. They didn't start running Ollie Gordon like that until like game 3, game 4.
Yeah.
Like he would get touches here and there and then burst.
But he was getting like 30 fucking carries.
Yeah.
But Mike Gundy said that was only because they were kind of he won't get like ran like that ever again. He said we don't want him to get that many carries.
Good for Mike Gundy. The linebacker that entered from Texas, he was with Sweat whenever they got the DWI. So he was kicked off the team. Well, okay.
I didn't know that.
They didn't call it kicked off the team. They called it
suspended or something like that.
Yeah, some fancy terminology.
That's why Colin.
I didn't know he was in the car with Sweat when that happened. I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know if he was in the car with them or he was driving another car.
Oh, he was behind, like he was trailing them?
Yeah, they were both together. I just can't remember. Obviously, Texas isn't going to kick off Sweat. He's no longer with the team. And so that's that guy. But he also, it's like one of those things. It's like you don't even play, but yet you're out here acting reckless.
Wait, who was it?
That's
Make
crazy.
it make sense.
Wait, who was it? That's what I'm confused. Who was it?
This guy in the chat.
No, I'm talking about the linebacker.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
No.
Which, But listen, I don't know his measurables, but, well, there's no film on him, so I don't know. Never mind. I was going to get excited. I was going to say, do I need a tamper?
But, yeah.
What does that say? Yeah, but most QBs in the Big 12 have multiple INTs. Well, yeah, because they're gunslingers.
Yeah, that's what I definitely gather. Every team that I watched in the Big 12 was gunslingers. Now, some of them have like changed QBs, so maybe I don't know. Like K-State, they don't have Will Howard anymore.
Can I just say though that there's two different ways that you can look at that? You can look at that as yes, they have a lot of interceptions, so they could be bad on the QB, but you can also look at that as the defenders and saying maybe they're going against good defenders that are causing interceptions.
Yeah.
Which that could, yeah. Some of them be blatant though, like the Oklahoma State quarterback. He be
Here's
blatantly throwing the ball to people.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Oklahoma
I'd
State.
be like, what is he doing?
Old boy
That's
would never transfer. Oklahoma was still been pass happy.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the man? What's his name? Spencer Sanders or something like that.
Yeah. If he would
He
never
should have
left,
never transferred.
because Oklahoma State would still been pass happy right now.
Yeah, because they love that man to death. Which I'm not mad at him because I watched some film on him. I'm like, okay, he's pretty good.
Did you see that? This is a story. He
Oh,
ran
he
into
said
the
he
back
already
of
told 2-7 and he ran back into the car was sweat and flipped it and took a wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like just a knucklehead.
Yeah.
And I get it. Some players are just knuckleheads. Like I got it.
Samaj, what the fuck? Hold up. No, this ain't the Samaj I know.
All right, here we go.
So yeah, but again, it's like maybe he would be amazing in Colorado. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I don't know his intangibles. I don't know. He was only there for a year, so I don't know.
He's 6'2", 15.
So what was he? Because he never played, so that lets me know that he probably redshirted.
Yeah, he read it.
Yeah, he got kind of small to be playing linebacker.
He's
215.
6'2", 15.
He big though. He tall.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Samaj Burrell.
Well, if somebody from CU is watching this and y'all want me to tamper or hit a girl off,
let me see.
I will shamelessly help this team. Okay. Because I'm sure he's probably still in Austin. So, where's he from? What high school did he go to?
North Carroll.
Where?
North Carroll, some school in Fort Worth.
Jordan Burrell.
North Carroll?
I think, yeah.
It's
school in Fort Worth, so it's in Dallas somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me see. Samaj. Let's do Samaj, Texas. I'm trying to see at least some tape on him or anything.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, how many searches have you done?
3.
And see what I'm saying? No. Then no. He's out. Like that's what
Texas is getting a good one in North Crowley.
North Crawley. This man
North
said
Crowley.
North Carroll.
Nah.
Let me make sure it's the right person because
I'm concerned about you. No, North Carroll, sir.
Oh, the person spelled his name wrong. It's not S-E Mod. It's S with the apostrophe Maj.
Okay.
I'm looking at something on the news.
He's on the news.
No, like he's playing. You know how they do, like when local channels after a football game, they'll put him on a,
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, nothing crazy like that. I say Texas.
So I don't know 100%, but I think North Crawley is good at football.
Yeah, they almost beat.
Their jersey's hard.
Yeah, I think
they got
that name sounds very familiar.
I lied. They got blown out by Duncanville in semifinals.
Well, who doesn't get blown out by Duncanville?
DeSoto.
Well, but I'm saying, like, in Texas, there's certain teams that you're just like,
it's just
they're like the Alabamas and Georgias of Texas football. You just let them make it.
And you're not gonna beat.
Dang, bro, that's the only thing they got on. Hold on, let me spell his name.
So in the chat, he said he could be developed like a starter, developed like to be elite. Because there's a certain type of player I'm looking for right now.
She need a day one starter.
Amen.
Yeah,
two of them.
They
Tua.
want to start. She don't need no dude that's sitting on the bench, ain't getting no PT time.
Did you not hear my my last live? I ordered my brisket, my meal, and I ordered brisket, and I wanted beef and chicken for the entree, and the beef and chicken were my linebackers, and I need them to be stellar.
Yeah.
And then I had potato salad for my side, and I think one of my potato salads was a left tackle. I think my macaroni and cheese was a defensive tackle, elite. And my drink was a Pepsi, and I needed that to be a 6-foot running back.
Been saying they need to get some 6-foot running back. I don't know what's up with that, bro.
But you know what, Jack Boy? I think it might be our lens.
Linebacker. No, I ain't gonna lie. He
Bro,
looked like trouble.
ain't nothing wrong getting a 6-foot running back, bro.
I think it's
But
because that's what we're used to.
Like, bro, like McKinley High School had 2'6" running backs that was like over like 220.
But that's not what Coach Brown want. He said he want them short, stout running backs. Like
yeah. See, even sir, the kids said it. They had 2'6". They had 2'6" running back over 220, bro. That's big, bro.
That
I think one of them like 240.
Really, have you heard about the 2 running backs coming out of McKinney High School?
I just said that.
Yeah, that was who he was just talking about.
Big, bro.
Listen.
I mean, his high school film is cool.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Is he better than what we have? And if the definite answer is not yes.
Shoot, what the freak? Just souffle somebody.
Is he fast?
Yeah. He just body slammed somebody just now. But it's high school though, so it's you know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we wanted to, I'm okay with taking a chance on somebody like that. Like, that's fine. But
he for sure would be a good Big 12 player in the right place. In the right place, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know it. Or Prime seeing small running backs. I don't know why.
Because
he said he liked them. Yeah, he said he liked them Emmitt Smith type builds.
He's old school.
Bro, like, you got to go with the new school, bro. It's new, bro. It's new, bro. New, bro. Ain't no more none of that 5'11", 5'6", bro. No, bro.
But like I always say, look at the teams that are good. Why can't we mimic those teams?
I mean, but to be fair, those teams have those type of players on their team. They're running the ball. They do. Like Michigan had Blake and the other dude.
Well, Blake was just.
That's what I'm saying. The other dude was taller. The other dude was like 6 foot 5'11". Blake is like 5'7", 5'8".
But Michigan had
they use both of them.
But even though Michigan had a running back that was 6 foot, when Blake was like a sophomore or freshman, and they were still running the ball like that.
That's true.
So it's like, bro, like
I'll
it's not wrong getting
thoughts and prayers.
It's not wrong getting you a 6 foot running back, bro.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
But I think they need getting like a small guy here and there, but having a whole bunch of small guys, that would be the problem.
That's what and you're right. Like, we have Alton. I'm not saying I want him replaced. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I like options of variety.
Yeah. Because I want to say Georgia had the same thing. They got a small running back that's real fast and everything, and then they also got Kendall that's tall and can run through the tackles.
Yeah.
Same thing with Oklahoma State last year. They had Nixon, who was like the short, fast running back, and then they had Ollie. So I guess you want like both of those, two of them, and you
the type of running back.
Yeah.
But just having one tall one and just a bunch of short ones is crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
You know what? That's okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I just hope they do right by their players, man. That's all.
Well, true. That's true. You're right.
If they let Micah slip through their hands, they're gonna regret it. Yeah, I really think that if they give him his touches and he keep developing, he can be real good.
Would I be shocked if Alto hits the portal? Yes.
I wouldn't.
that would shock me. I ain't gonna lie.
I
That
would
would
be
I
shock
kind of wouldn't.
I would
Why?
only be shocked because he's doing a lot of like he's on live and he's using his social media a
Yeah,
ton.
yeah,
And usually when you are ready to like check out, you don't
yeah. You
engage
go
that way.
ghost. Yeah.
I'd tell Alden take your ass right to Nebraska.
Okay. Yeah, boy. I gotta go. I'm gonna
That's
end this live.
crazy.
I need to go
Bro,
take
that
care
is
of something.
crazy, bro.
But I
That's
can't.
crazy.
I can't do this. I can't do
Oh
this.
my
You
god.
know, I've been on here too long. When you said that, I was about to be like, I could kind of
Man.
see that, and I don't need to go down that road. Okay,
Oh,
I need to
You
that's
keep
can
them.
crazy.
see it though, but you
I
can
need to
see it
keep
though.
them as the
That's
enemy.
crazy,
They're
bro.
the enemy.
You can see it though, cause like Alton fit that scheme, bro.
But I
You
ain't
know
gonna
what?
lie,
He's
they
ours.
they got a lot of
He's
running
going to
backs
get the
like
first
Boston.
snap of the season.
He better.
He should start. Like I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, if he don't start and they don't use him how they need to use him, bro, I'm gonna be like, well,
To me, it should be Alton and Micah and then Dylan.
but
Ooh.
it's hard to get Dylan out of there because Dylan is so valuable.
But I mean,
He's elusive. He
it's
has a
still,
skill set that none of them have.
Right.
I'm only using Dylan passing downs because I can't use him between the tackles because he
You
gonna
cannot.
get that. He
Well,
gonna
but
get that thrown.
if the offensive line though can block properly, that might change.
Yeah, it might, but still though.
It's not your first choice, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I appreciate both of you. I try to do better at scheduling the lives and not just going live. But I appreciate you coming and chatting with me. I'll be on Monday for the pep rally.
Oh, for the
All positives.
No.
We're going all positives for the transfer portal. I need to go
Right.
buy a cape and put my cape on and show up and be a rah. We got this. We're gonna get everybody.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I'll talk to you both later. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.